don't go there?
Not Monster Hunter.
Oh no, I'm talking about. I thought that you guys were still talking about Bloodborne.
Yeah. No,
that's like when they HD'd Wind Waker. You'll find like these weird potions of like other players. For something, dude, is weird.
Really?
Yeah.
That is weird. I never played the HD. I miss
Why?
Wind Waker because I couldn't get it. My roommate bought it when I had the Wii U.
You never played? Oh, the HD. I'm sorry. I was mistaken. You okay?
Dude,
you were
mistaken.
Dude, I want
to speedrun it. I want to get my GameCube and go pick up.
Speedrunning Zelda games is weird.
No, have you seen the fucking island skips for Wind Waker?
No, I never actually watched a run of that. I watched the Ocarina.
There's a certain movement you can do where instead of swimming, it'll lock you with like this insane like 800 mile per hour backwards movement speed. And so you're like facing the island that you start on, and then you turn your camera and shoot off into the distance, and you hit the island you're going to. So you don't need a boat at all. You can skip any boat movement and just shoot to anywhere in the ocean that you need to get to, and it makes it so much faster. It's incredible, dude. Then they've got this one skip where you ignore the entire part of the game where you get the hook shot. You do not have the hook shot.
That's terrible. The hook shot's fun.
But you don't need it. It's crazy. I think the world record, the problem was they were doing this run and they were getting like 2:50 or something like that, 2 hours 50 minutes. They cut it by like an hour and a half with this one skip a guy found, which allows you to kill yourself and you can do yeah, no, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Starboard Late.
Yeah,
episode 8.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about more of that later. We probably won't. It's not
on stream, but we'll talk about it later.
This is a show.
I'll remind you.
With us, lovely gentlemen. We are all here in person. Later than normal. Let's go hands under the table.
Whoa!
Hands under. Stop, Ryan. Stop touching me there. Just stop. This show is live broadcast on YouTube. The channel Kerley Studios, Kerley, in case you don't know how to spell my name, because it's stupid.
It is.
We are working on it getting on. No, we're not.
Actually, on that, we'll discuss it afterward. I found something that we might be able to.
I actually have as well.
As far as audio,
we will have audio at least within the next 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen.
Just stop.
We will be a step closer.
We're gonna rip the audio from our own YouTube videos and then repost them to YouTube where you can listen to them there.
That seems very helpful.
With
seems
YouTube
extremely helpful. We get together in one form or another and we talk about random shit that we want to talk about.
Yeah, it's stupid.
This week,
no, it's fun.
We all know each other's topics except for mine. I am wild card this week. Whoa, no suicide here? What the hell are you talking about? What in the hell? What? I don't know.
What happened?
Because we were talking about Zelda, so you can go.
Got you. Okay, you're done.
We're in the red.
We're in the red.
Good.
Wonderful. What a great start. Guys. And on that.
Oh, I thought I was frozen.
You were.
Hi, and welcome to
Welcome back, everybody.
Cold open number 2.
So yeah, we're not going to talk about killing ourselves in Zelda or anything today. But what are we going to talk about, Ryan?
I'm not going first today. I go first every time unless I'm the wild card. So you know what? Mark.
What are we talking about, Ryan?
Drum roll, please. Thank you, me and Kerley.
Yes.
So, mine's kind of an interesting question, I think. What music genre would you attribute to defining you as a person? What genre made you grow up and become who you are?
Bluegrass.
I believe it. I completely believe it. I believe it, man.
I mean, bluegrass. Nothing wrong with bluegrass.
What about
Ain't nothing wrong with blue. I'm stupid.
Green,
I didn't mean to.
Both get out.
You know what's actually really good? Hayseed Dixie. They like cover rock songs and like metal songs in bluegrass.
Dude, they're Thunderstruck. It's fantastic.
Oh, those guys, yeah.
Mason says everybody tackle Kerley and shave him bald. No.
I'll lick his forehead. I'll kiss him. You want me to kiss him?
Can I just throw the coffee on him? That work, Mason?
God damn.
Get us poured on the MacBook.
So, the music genre that turned me into who I am.
Yeah.
The music genre that turns you on.
That turns me on? Well, we got any of that, Bluegrass. Y'all seen Deliverance, right?
That Neil Diamond.
Do it.
No.
Don't do it.
Now the genre that defined me was the Beverly Hills Billy theme song.
The Beverly Hills
There's
Billy.
no genre. It's just that one song made me who I am today.
When I was trying to figure out the answer to this question, it's difficult because when I grew up, I wasn't a music person. I just kind of lived life playing video games, sometimes playing outside and watching like cartoons and shit. But music wasn't a big thing for me until I was like, what is my hand up here? Until I was like, maybe like 13 or 14 years old when I really started committing to playing guitar.
That's about when most people
want to
know.
watch that movie.
I guess, but there was a phase of my life where I was really big into like rap and hip hop because of my sister. My sister influenced me on this, where she listened to that. She listened to like Britney Spears, NSYNC, and like
the
50
best
Cent,
rap and
like,
hip hop artists.
Ludacris. And, well, I mean, like that is hip hop. I mean, kinda. It's pop music. Okay, it's pop music. Okay, pop music, hip hop, rap.
It's an entire crowd of hip hop and R&B fans would like to slap the shit out of you right now.
It's not what I'm just saying what my sister influenced me into. So that's what I listened to for like 4 years, and I thought that was good music until, and I still listen to it and find enjoyment in it for nostalgia. But when I started playing guitar, my dad like got me really big into Black Sabbath and like ZZ Top,
Nice.
and like Ted Nugent. And
let's not talk about Ted Nugent. He's a little out there.
his politics aside, his music's pretty.
Just
pretty
his life
awesome.
in general.
He's
not even
he's
talking
a good
about politics.
guitarist.
He is though.
Dude, Stranglehold.
Stranglehold
is
is
amazing.
That is
song.
a jam. It is too long, but it's a jam.
Just him as
I
a
like
person,
it.
I think it just turned.
I mean, he's a crappy person, but anyway, it's when I was
like I said,
13, I didn't know any of that, but
Yeah,
I'm listening to his
that's
music.
true.
I'm like, cool, I grew on this, and so
he's like
classic
my family's
classic
hero.
rock for me was a big life changer.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same. But that's because that was the first thing I listened to after birth was classic rock, because that's all my dad listened to, obviously. It was Van Halen, Metallica, AC/DC, and then some southern rock like Leonard Skinner. You know, everybody in Mississippi listens to Leonard Skinner. Going on
I
from
never
there,
liked
though,
Leonard Skinner.
I kind
Never
of,
liked him.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan. I like a couple of their songs.
Give Me Back My Bullet's a good one.
Yeah, and
Give Me Back.
I like Tuesday's
Back
Gone.
My Bullet.
Tuesday's Gone's a good song. It's very depressing.
That's a long
That's
song for no
sad.
reason. That song is
Freebird's a
not-
long song for no reason. Let's not get into that.
I mean, the solo at the end is cool.
No, yeah, it's really good.
I like the band.
Welcome,
Bad
Allie,
Company.
and
Which one?
Albert.
Bad
What's
Company.
up?
That Bad Company's fantastic. That's another one.
My mom gave me a CD when that's like one of the first. I was talking to Sandy about this last
I
night.
have a record.
I
actually.
own 3 CDs. My first 3 CDs was Elephant by White Stripes, Bad Company. It was their greatest hits, and then the Digimon soundtrack, which is basically a ska album.
That's
Yeah.
a great point. Video game music is a genre that changed my life, but that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, that's
It's
a different
another
topic.
day.
topic
But
we're
yeah, it
supposed
went
to have, aren't we?
went
Not
from
yet.
classic rock,
Not yet.
which, by the way, my dad showed me one of the greatest things ever. It was a
Limp
Metallica
Bizkit.
album. No, God, it was a Metallica album that
Hey.
was played with the San Francisco Orchestra, I believe.
The symphony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That album is fantastic.
It is amazing.
It is so good.
Dude, it's amazing.
One is so
James
heavy.
has
Like,
never
it's
sang
so-
better.
No, he
Ever.
didn't.
Like,
That is like
people say they want his
top-notch
thrash
Metallica.
vocals back. No.
No, if you haven't
Yeah.
heard that album,
Dude, it
look
was
it
so
up.
good.
It is fantastic.
2 new original songs out of that too. Get the fuck out of
Right,
here.
with a symphony. Anyway, that's not the topic. It's not. It's not Metallica with a symphony.
That's not the taco.
Going into my teenage years, I became an emo.
Oh,
If
top.
that's not evident. If that's
Yeah.
not obvious.
What?
Hey, we had this discussion a while back. We're talking about old school Fall Out Boy, Newfound Glory. Let's see.
I thought Ryan was claiming to
God.
be an emo kid. I'm like, no.
Not
Except
really.
that
Not
was.
so much Hawthorne Heights. I
I'll get
know
into
that's
it.
everybody's band. I didn't really get into Hawthorne Heights.
I thought
that
you
was
didn't
the
you didn't have
fucking
the
worst.
flippy hair and the.
Some of
skinny
Panic at the
jeans
Disco. I
and-
wasn't a huge fan.
Not that.
But you
wasn't
know,
the
The
they-
later stuff's actually decent.
Yeah, no, I like a lot of that. And then My Chemical Romance. Welcome to the Black Parade is so overplayed. Not the album, the song. There are better songs on the album. And if anybody's mad about that, I don't care.
As far as emo music goes,
Regardless.
I hated it when it was a thing. I could not stand it. But as I've grown up, I've grown to appreciate it much more. But I'm still not like all the way there.
My friends at the time made fun of like people, made fun of that kind of music, so I never really got into it just because I didn't feel like the backlash. But now I'm like, I don't give a fuck, and I'll be like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, but and then there was also not just the emo, but pop punk, which also goes back to like old school Fall Out Boy and Green Day. Their mid discography records were very pop punk, but also like their older stuff that was punk. I was very into punk. Yeah,
I like super experimental and punk type
yeah,
stuff.
I liked pretty intense punk music, which is where my band kind of formed from. My old band, stuff like I guess God Stomper is a good example.
The everlasting God Stompers.
None of you guys have heard of God Stomper, but they're this California-based band that's just
familiar.
drums and bass, and the bassist has like 8 cabs with like 5 heads hooked up to it, and it's incredibly distorted and heavy.
Sun or something like that is some weird.
Kind of like Sun, kind of like them,
band.
but they sound like this really anti-Semitic band, but it's actually just them singing about wanting like French fries and milkshakes, and it's just goofy shit. It's hilarious.
It's fucking hot.
It's very hot in here.
Ryan, you got longer arms.
Yeah, so
I'm so close.
I went from punk to heavy metal.
Okay.
I kind of went.
What was your first heavy metal band?
My first heavy metal band? See, that's debatable. That depends on who you consider heavy metal.
I mean,
though.
hands down,
my first
first one was Sabbath. Like,
see.
and that's
exactly,
the best.
That's my point.
I haven't found anything better.
But see, like, that's where I'm getting. Like, heavy metal depends.
Nothing that inspired me as much as
Black Sabbath. I did go into.
I don't think I
listened to Black Sabbath as a kid, so I guess I could say like those bands were one of my first.
All I knew as a kid was Paranoid and Iron Man.
True. Suicidal Tendencies, though. They got me.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. That's really got me.
I mean, if I picked 2 bands that inspired me musically the most, it'd be Black Sabbath and Metallica. Like,
I can understand.
I don't think I'll ever be as inspired ever again. So yeah, I mean
I feel you.
that's a very depressing thing.
That's a terrible thing
when
to
you
have
feel
to
like
say.
you've plateaued on listening. Well, it's not that I don't enjoy listening to other music, but nothing has ever been like that riff gives me chills.
But here's the thing.
Like, really,
there's so much time left. There's so many more bands out there. You never know.
It could happen.
At any point in time.
See, that's what I was about to say. Was that I'm still finding shit now that like that's why I like Spotify. Man.
I find stuff that I enjoy.
I make my playlist. Like there's a punk playlist. I like old school punk.
Skate punk playlist.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yep. I love that one. Check that out if you like punk and pop punk. It's a perfect playlist. But yeah, take that into just slowly getting heavier. Like Slipknot, I guess, was the first heavy band I
gets
heard.
heavier into the Mighty...
And then it went
Mighty Boston?
Yeah. No, but ska's a whole different thing. I've been listening to ska all my life.
I listen to ska all the time.
Because it's good.
I hate it.
I love ska. I mean, I can understand why you would hate it.
No, I
like
enjoy
ska
it as well.
I like it.
Like I said, one of the first CDs, I didn't really think about it until later on. I realized what ska was. I'm like,
the first CD that I ever owned was Smash Mouth, which is like some of their older stuff actually is ska.
Yeah, their whole first like 2 CDs are like that. And when I was listening to that one day, we brought it up. I was like, I've never really gone back and listened to everything. And I was like,
fantastic bands.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Like, it's so ridiculous that they get all the hate that I don't care.
They are just basically a meme at this point.
I'm
it's
seeing
very
them this
silly.
month. At the end of this month, I'm going to see Smash Mouth.
I thought you were seeing them last month. And
I didn't get to because Wisdom Tooth, but I'm going to Lake Charles to see him.
You're Lake Charles?
Yeah, it's only like 4 hours. It's not that.
Oh man,
for Smash Mouth?
Yeah.
I mean, I like Smash Mouth.
I'm
I'm
gonna get like a room, stay for like 2 days, chill.
Vacation it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little mini vacation. See Smash Mouth with the Spin Doctors. Hello.
Don't know what that is.
They are fantastic.
Do they DJ or something?
Huh?
Do they DJ?
They are not a DJ. They are a 90s
That
band.
sucks that they took that name from a DJ because it's a fantastic DJ name. Spin Doctors.
Yeah, I guess so.
That.
But let's see. Was it
DJ is typically singular though, so could he be the Spin Doctors? Like,
yeah, it could be the Spin Doctor.
It could be a duo. DJ duo. DJ duo sounds like a DJ.
Yeah,
I'm the wrong business guy.
Actually, right? God, see, we're getting into a lot of shit though. Yeah. Basically, there's a lot of bands that form who you are as a person. Sum 41 did that.
Sum 41.
Sum 41 got me. Fat Lip. fat lip make me hate
I
society
mean,
and
it
not
dips
want to
into
be
the
normal.
pop punk emo phase. So like,
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying that's what really
those
made me-
two genres are like separated by like a hairline.
They are.
Some 41 separates by album though, because Chuck album is not pop punk.
No, it is
it's just
very
metal
emo.
punk. Like,
Yeah. No, and then their newer stuff, what Screaming Bloody Murder, is very emo.
I wouldn't say it's emo. It's more of like
They have
alternative
very
grunge punk.
They have very depressing.
That
songs
I
on
mean
the album.
that
I'm not saying
lyrically, yeah.
I'm not saying the whole album's
Screaming
emo.
Bloody Murder is like if My Chemical Romance was punk. If it was harder punk.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like listening
And I
to.
like
It's
that
like it's
album.
almost
That's a
like
good
prog
album.
rock punk.
Yeah, it's a good album. Like Scumfuck is a great song.
Scumfuck
is
I
amazing.
love it. That is depressing, but it's so good.
Is it
Reminds
though?
me of this guy
It's
from.
not that depressing.
there's not a song on that entire.
I mean,
CD that is
like that's
depressing.
the
here's
CD
thing.
basically
It
talking
reminds
about
me.
Avril Lavigne the
It
entire
reminds
time.
me of somebody from my hometown, and that depresses me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, not somebody that had
D-Rock, what are
anything
your influences
to do with me,
It's not
but
good.
yeah.
It's not good too
Influences
dark.
that made me a person.
Yes.
Yeah. Bluegrass.
Besides
Greengrass.
bluegrass.
I don't know. I didn't really start getting into music until I had a friend who was like, "Hey, you want to play bass?" And I was like, "Sure." And I started listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh,
Granted, I couldn't play anything like Flea, but
Slap bass.
that's when I started getting
So
into
you want
it.
to play bass? We basically
And then-
doing Chili's. It's like what?
It was Red Hot Chili Peppers and White Stripes. I remember the
Crazy
first
cover,
two bands
hello.
I listened to a lot of, and then like just later on, it just kind of got heavier. Like I started listening to a lot of like heavier to me was what played on the radio. Like I really like System of a
Yeah,
Down.
like James Blunt, super heavy.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
handle that.
No,
It's
like-
too intense.
System of a Down, and then I really like Stained. It's just pretty much how I am
Stained's
now,
good.
where it's all over the place. But I like punk stuff too.
God, see.
Tony Hawk Underground was where I got a lot of my music.
Yeah,
And
I would say Tony Hawk too.
No, I was about to
Tony
jump
Hawk
back to
games
that.
in
Just
general.
the,
Yeah, Tony Hawk
just
games,
the
yeah.
whole series.
Video game soundtracks, like when they're actual soundtracks and not like original music for the
Right.
games, are always.
Rage Against the Machine was another one that I really got
Crazy
into.
Taxi had a really good soundtrack.
I love Rage Against the Machine. People
Like-
hate on me for that. They're
No,
fucking
dude,
fantastic.
dude. Like their political shit.
If you
drives
take their
me nuts,
lyrics away,
but
I'm perfectly fine with it. But when you like half the words are just like I just I'm like
it
come on,
doesn't
man.
bother me, man. But
Dude, Gorilla Radio's fantastic
Yeah.
song. So
Crazy
good.
cover says he started with Linkin Park when you were 4.
Oh God. Are you emo?
Hey!
Are you sad?
Actually,
We're all
Linkin
sad.
Park
Garrett.
fans.
Linkin Park. No,
This
I love
is
Linkin Park.
Gary. I think his first concert was our show at the
That is fucking awesome.
was at Zeppelin's. Him and his sister came out. His sister's
And it'll never get better for him either.
I'm sorry. That was your
I guess
first
he's
concert.
never going to another concert.
Yeah.
Not if he has anything to do about it.
Right.
But I don't know. It just
I like Linkin Park,
progressively.
No, yeah, Linkin Park's great.
Okay, Linkin Park. That was another thing. When I heard Linkin Park, I was like, "This is fucking awesome."
Right.
Now, honestly, part of me I can't go back and listen to them. But
I still listen to Hybrid Theory.
every once in a while, come on. Well,
And Meteor.
it's the angst. It's like I don't have that much angst anymore. So it's like when I hear it, I'm like, now, their second album, Meteor. Now that fucking album, Somewhere I Belong. Every time I hear that song, I'm like,
Sad.
up.
We're all sad boys deep down.
Yeah,
You know.
deep down inside. But,
Speaking of Linkin Park, though, that reminded me when you made the Limp Bizkit joke.
bro,
My cousin,
dude, that's another.
Yeah, I
one.
like Limp Bizkit.
He
I was
had,
just
he
joking.
had all the Limp Bizkit CDs, all the Linkin Park CDs, and all the Eminem CDs, and that's all I listened to for like 3 years because
Dude,
we grew up
that
together.
sounds like me.
And that was it.
That
Yeah,
sounds
so
like
that
me.
was like a good chunk of my childhood, which is why I do like some rap.
Let's see. Here's all over the place. My genre liking was okay. Bad Company was like one of the first CDs. White Stripes.
Fantastic.
Bloodhound
Great band.
Gang's album Hooray for Boobies.
It's such a good album. Dude. I love that
Okay.
band.
Alright, and then
That's so
Gorillaz, their first one. I'm blanking on the fucking name, but you know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know what you're talking about.
And then
Was it Demon Days? Or
no, Demon Days was
their
the second.
one.
Yeah. Which that's a fucking fantastic
It's so
album
good.
straight through.
Not
but-
getting into that,
and
though.
then-
We continue.
And then Limp Bizkit. I had a friend. I'd go over to my friend's house and he'd have CDs. I'm like, hey, can I come? I'd ride my bike over just with blank cassette tapes.
Mhm.
Yes, I use cassette tapes.
Cassette, hey,
I'm
cassette
old.
tapes, yeah.
Hey,
we're all pretty much
old.
cassette.
my old
yeah.
band made our records on cassette tapes. We had no CDs.
I mean,
we didn't want
that's
CDs.
in now.
Yeah, no. It wasn't when we were doing it. We were doing it because we
I had
wanted it to
cassettes
sound
and
like shit.
I even
It's lo-fi.
would y'all just sit around on the radio waiting for it? Like, oh, there's a song I like, and you heard it
Oh, yeah.
record.
There
So
was
is this like the
no,
first-
That's before
I'm
me.
too young.
dude,
Sorry.
I didn't have.
I'm too young for
what was
that.
it?
Yeah, we're for youth.
The Bush song.
Shut up, you're older than me.
Machine Head.
Yeah.
I waited all day for that song to come on.
That
just so I
song's
could record
fantastic.
it. I loved that song.
We should
I don't like it that
have
much
some.
anymore. When I listened to it the other day, I was
Dude,
like,
Played out.
Dude, I don't know, man.
CPR
I
plays
still-
at least
the
3
radio
times a
ruins
day.
music.
I don't listen to.
I
that's why
can't
don't
do
listen to
radio at all.
I listen
at
to
all.
Spotify
No more
because
radio.
of that.
Spotify is
Unless it's
Because-
AM.
pay the
Yeah.
artist more though. Spotify, just pay them more.
Dude,
Ryan, what about you?
Sponsor me, Spotify.
This is a hard question.
How did we get there?
Hey, my taste went into heavier stuff later on, Ryan. No,
going.
I know he cut me off, but it's whatever.
Keep going.
No, I don't know what else I was gonna say.
I think that was it, huh? It's like heavier stuff.
You just went to heavier stuff.
Yeah.
But I listen to everything now.
Yeah, that's what mine did. Mine
So it's
fluctuates though. I don't know about
yeah.
you guys, because mine went heavier and then came back, and I listen to a lot of acoustic
I
stuff
listened to
now.
Parkway on the
and then
way
I'll-
here. Then once I got here, I was listening to Modest Mouse.
Exactly. It's all over the place.
And when y'all came in, I was listening to punk. I was listening to Misfits and then the Distillers and whatever
Listen
else
to
was
Old
playing.
Yellow Card. You know how like soft
Yellow
Yellow
Card's
Card
so
is?
good.
Old Yellow
Leaning into
Card.
Ryan.
their first album is a punk album, just straight up punk. It's called
Lights and
Midget
Sounds
Tossing.
is like that might be the album that defined me as a person.
I believe it. I believe
That
it.
was so good.
Dude, it is though. I can't lie. Yellow Card's great.
Yellow Card's alright.
Listen to Midget Tossing though. It's their first album.
Garrett says we're no longer angsty teens. I know everyone is hating on their new stuff, but you know. And then also said, Derek, my dad did that. He's 45. You just dated the hell out of yourself.
Talking about recording.
Well, Garrett, you baby. Look.
Yeah,
We're
what
old
are
men.
you like 19?
Nah, man.
Yeah, he's like 19.
Your dad was just hip. That's what it was. He was just with the times. He stopped with the 8 tracks and started with the cassettes because he knew what was up. Hey, I recorded on an 8 track just because.
But I had a hard time with this question because you phrase it as what music genre defined you as a person. And
Yeah.
I'm 25 going on 26, and I'm not sure I'm defined as a person yet. Like,
I mean, your current situation, like how you are as a person, which genre made your personality?
but that's
the way
what I'm
it is?
saying. Like, that personality is the way I am now is not the way I've been until
True.
recently.
But that's what I mean now. That's why we're taking.
I'm
it
gonna
through the
take
whole
credit for where Ryan's at now. I helped.
He absolutely
I helped-
gets to take credit for that.
I helped push him over that every
So-
Good.
CDs after CD. Hey Ryan, listen to this. Hey, listen to
Good.
this. Listen to this.
Garrett says he's 20, by the way.
Oh, close enough.
If there's a band that I like owe my identity to, it's probably Alter Bridge, and in the sense that not so much that like
I can see that.
I am a huge Alter Bridge fan still to this day. I've lessened on them as I've gotten older.
Yeah, I didn't like their newest
but
album
I
all
just-
that much.
They got me into playing guitar. Mark Tremonti was my first like idol musically.
I was Chad Kroger.
That's a damn smart.
That's just worse.
Just the silence. Everybody felt that
But-
pain, right?
Like growing up, I was into like like my musical taste growing up mostly like related to my social status. Like between like 8 and 10, I didn't have like a lot of like friends.
you
I
just
should
kinda-
say.
so
So it
you
wasn't
just
like a
kinda-
family thing. So I was into country because that's what my entire family listened to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I don't look on those days fondly.
I'm sorry.
I broke away. I got part of a social scene and I got into pop punk and emo music and yeah,
my
and,
man.
Creed
A
was
lot of
later
vibes
on.
going on about this emo. I don't know.
Creed was later on, but there was Newfound Glory
Yeah,
and
once you're
Yellow
emo, you're
Card.
always emo. You
Oh,
can't
boys
not.
for life.
You can't not turn on Newfound Glory and jam out to My Friends Over You, or It's All Downhill from Here. It will not
I do
happen.
I don't know what any of those words
Glory.
mean.
It is that is a jam.
That was man.
That's a good song.
Like I said, I hated on it back in the day, but like I'll listen to some like Paramore and stuff like that nowadays. I'm like, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, dude, the old Paramore. Anything
And,
on
like,
Fueled by
Paramore's like
Ramen.
alternative music though.
Anything on Fueled
Paramore
by
fits
Ramen.
in like that 3 days grace
I would fit
Pop
that music
music now.
with like
What? No, they were pop punk. What are you
They were
talking
pop
about?
punk.
Were they?
Yeah. No, look. Every band on Fueled by Ramen. That was the record label that signed Old
Fueled by
Fall Out Boy.
Ramen.
Yeah,
Like
Fuel by
the
Roses.
Noodles?
Great label name.
It was, they signed Fall Out Boy, made Fall Out Boy famous. Signed Panic at the Disco, made them famous. Signed
Those
Paramore,
great
and
bands.
who was it? I think Gym Class Heroes was on that label. There's a lot of big bands that blew up at that time that were just signed by
Fall Out
Lamb
Boy.
of God, Sloan, yeah.
Oh, Fall Out Boy, come on.
Yo,
Sloan's
Sloan's
here. All right.
Yeah.
Sacrament. Sacrament is a fantastic album. I would still prefer Ashes of the Wig. Good God, what's their first fucking album? Ashes of the Wig? No.
Sacrament's the
I'm bad with
purple
names.
cover album, right?
Sacrament's the purple one with the little chalice.
Yeah, dude. That album. Redneck's on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that song.
Back to bluegrass.
But
Yeah.
that's like so. Out of the low point of my music listening career, and I hate to do this to them, but Hawthorne Heights was like the pit of my emo phase. And like as I started becoming like more musically aware and got to the point where I actually like,
You realize,
wanted to do
like,
something
they're
with
not as
music,
good as I thought
and I was
they were.
reading like song titles, and one of them was like, "When can I stick these pins in my ears or some shit?" And I'm like, "What am I doing?"
It's that's why I never really got into them. They were too emo.
Like, that's
They
what
were
I'm saying,
way
like,
too emo for me.
And so, yeah, I started listening to the lyrics instead of just going with the melody, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is too much.
They went too far with it. They went too far.
And then like Ohio is for Lovers is still a great song.
Dude,
That's
I
about
like
it.
I like the one section of that song. I hate the beginning. I hate the middle. I like the chorus. The chorus is the only part of that song I like.
Descending was a good song.
Not to hate on
That's
them.
one of my favorites off of that. Anyway, continue, sorry.
But then I met this dude, and he got me. It was a slow progression into like the metal community.
Started with
Howard. Started with Kill
Oh,
Switch,
dude.
which was like my gateway drug into
God.
metal music.
Old Kill Switch made you feel some things. And it was like, I want to break everything around me. I love
It was weird. Like, it was
love
a time where I was angry that I didn't know I was angry, and metal just felt good.
Yeah. I think we've all been through that phase. God.
But I feel like what's really like rounded me as a person is my current music like choices.
Bluegrass.
Like,
God damn it.
I remember we were coming home from college, and he was a Coheed Ascension playing on the and I was just like, this, like, what is this? And after that, I bought every single Coheed album, and then like the next month. And then now, like, Coheed has introduced me into my entire like lineup of.
See that's
bands that I
another
listen to.
one where I don't feel like you can get better. Like I'm just like
Yeah, 'cause it's like-
But that's just it. When you said that, it like struck a chord with me because like like every band that Coheed has introduced me to, whether it be the Deer Hunter or Artifacts Preo, I the Mighty, all of them, like just every time I listen to one of them, I'm just like it chills down my spine or something like that. And I feel like this is the genre. I don't even know what the genre is. It's like experimental.
I mean,
rock, pop.
it's basically like
I can't-
progressive pop rock.
I mean,
Progressive
maybe
pop
that-
rock,
I just-
but it's
I mean,
got like
like,
experimental
it's not
in it
pop
too. Like,
punk, but it's like it's catchy.
It's
rock
hard.
music, but also proggy.
I think it's actually kind of hard to throw them into a genre. 'Cause
Exactly. I
They
mean,
have so many different
They
songs.
do different. It's like Rush. where
everything
you,
you do-
you say they're
exactly.
prog rock, but sometimes they're just playing fucking synthesizer
Bluegrass.
music. Like, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
you
like-
go from like traditional like the Working Man to Subdivisions.
Yeah.
Completely different bands.
Limelight. Oh,
Limelight.
that's such a good
like,
song.
there's a lot of bands like these days that are just like defining their own genre, like the Deer Hunter, which I've gotten like
Yeah.
ridiculously into.
And
lately. It's like, they're like
Giraffes.
theater rock, like
Theater rock's a good one.
and like they're. I'm listening to one of their albums the other day, and they just break into like this like 20s like swing, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going? This is catchy. Like I would never listen to anything like this ever, but like this is like, I'm okay with this.
So we basically all agree that rock music in some form or another
Rock,
is the genre.
rock is the
Like,
genre, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
Except, well,
I mean, you had that rap thing.
Yeah, I had that rap
thing.
thing.
And that's okay.
Britney Spears.
well, D-Rock too, it was more like, well, I guess I would put Chili Peppers in rock, but then also getting into like gorillas and stuff. That's more of like a.
I liked Eminem a lot, like with his like the first.
See, that was
two
a big
albums.
one.
Yeah.
I had a friend like that, but I didn't really have much to go by. It was just whatever was on the radio. I didn't know I couldn't fucking know any better.
Yeah.
That's why I'm struggling to find out what the actual answer is to the question of a genre that defines you as a person, because
It's hard to
defining you as
answer.
a person is like there's bits and pieces. There's like
Well,
music
see,
can do it.
that was the whole point of the
culture-
question. I didn't want to get too specific. That way everybody's like, well,
We're all
I
still
haven't-
young.
That's
and
why I
young.
went with what's defining you currently.
And that's
what makes
that's kind of why I walked all the way
Folk
through
music
it,
now.
because
Like,
dude, folk
we-
music is
because
that's good shit. Like,
And
like indie folk stuff.
Yeah, indie folk
I
stuff,
it.
like-
some of it, because a
I mean,
lot of it's
some
getting
of
a
it-
little too repetitive nowadays.
It's folk music. It is nothing but repetition.
No, I just mean like not the songs themselves, but it's getting to the point where like I could name 12 bands that have the exact same song.
Oh yeah, definitely. I completely understand.
And that's
yeah.
every genre.
But then there's a lot. I mean, true.
But see,
But this is the big thing now, is the indie folk music.
because all the
So
hipsters, man.
That's it's hipster, man.
I feel like this
And that's
not,
okay.
it's not as popular as it once was. Like,
No,
like
not
a few
anymore,
years ago.
but a few years
my
ago,
God,
it
what was that one band that was
crazy.
on the radio?
Mumford.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mumford and Sons. Like holy, and I think even them
They were
like,
on the new Guitar Hero. That's
they
how
were like-
popular
I think
they
even them
were.
they changed their
They're not
style.
Guitar Heroes.
They were on it.
I think
know,
they
it's
changed their
so
style too because
Their
they're
song
just like
is like
this
one
is
of the
just.
hardest ones on the game.
What?
Yeah.
Are you playing like a mandolin
It's
solo or
just-
something?
No, like you're just doing all of the chord strumming nonstop for
All right.
3.5 minutes. Just
speaking of mandolins, you remember Roscoe Bandana?
They were a good band.
Dude.
All right.
Real fast, because you're saying like you're talking about bands that whenever you just hear them, like you're talking like Metallica and stuff.
Yeah.
I still find bands like that, but like mainly like Deftones is a big one that's like that. Whenever I hear them, like dude, Tino's voice, man, I'm just like, just Jesus Christ, like anything he's on. Like I forgot he was on the Lamb of God song, and I was listening to it the other day, and he comes in, I was like, oh fuck, I forgot he was on here. You know, have you listened to that one? I think it's
Yeah,
on-
dude, I love it.
Dude,
yeah, that
oh,
album's
God,
really
so
good. I don't remember the name of it because it's like Dern Gang Strung. The name of that album
That's
is
it?
like weird, something like that. Dern Gang Strung.
Like Deftones last one, Koi no Yoke.
Yeah, it's like, what are y'all doing? Real quick, I just want to touch on back like more to emphasize like what I meant. Like, there was a point in time when I was listening to the Paranoid album, and I think it was War Pigs or something. But there's a guitar riff that has so much just emotional pull, and like Tony Iommi just has that with his riffs.
God.
And like I just being that I didn't grow up listening to much like good music that just like really grabs, like emotionally grabs you, and a song. I want to say it was War Pigs, like the.
It's gonna sound terrible.
It's so sad. It sounds so sad. There's like something to that riff that like it literally sent chills down my spine. And I was learning to play it on bass and playing along with it. I was like, I want to write music that does this, and that's what I mean by nothing has really like done that for me.
What about
ever
Joe
since.
Perry?
Shut up. Joe Perry's great.
We're gonna
though.
say what
Just saying.
influences made us who we are, like as musicians. I don't know.
Well,
That's different.
I mean,
That's a
that
completely
is who I
different
am as a
question.
person.
We can
though.
discuss that
Like, you
next
know what I
week
mean?
if you guys want to.
like, well, see, honestly, I get it. I guess, like, I don't know, like the folk stuff. Like whenever I play on the acoustic stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm right there. I guess. Like, Alice in Chains is another one. Like for me, like just
Dude, Alice in Chains.
like just the moody. Like I
By
like
the way,
I like depressing, sad sounding things.
Sloan wants to know, did you read his comic?
Talking about Coheed. And
Read
I
your
was-
comic.
I shook my head. Yes.
Wait, what?
Sloan asked, has Ryan read his comic?
What comic?
Read talking about. Oh my God.
What, Good Apollo? Or?
All of them.
Oh yeah, man, I'm up to date. I get them in the mail every month. They're amazing.
I haven't read.
They're so good.
I haven't read any of the Good Apollo stuff.
I haven't read
You
any
can
of
just
them.
borrow all of them
I
because
haven't read any
they're
of
so
them,
good.
so-
Let's move on. D-Rock, what's your topic?
Rank your best Star Wars movies from best
Holy shit.
to least.
I've got this written down. Hang on.
I've had this
to
in my
write it
brain for
down?
like 3 weeks now.
I am not prepared because
I'm going to break the internet tonight, gentlemen.
I hate you. Wait. This is very difficult for me because
Attack of the Clones #1.
Fuck you. That is awful.
right now
Your number one is awful.
a shameless plug on Rebreak Radio. I'm joining those guys. We're doing a series called Star Watch, and basically we're watching every Star Wars movie in chronological order, not order of release, leading up to Solo. So I'm rewatching the prequels.
Wait, does that mean you have to stop where Solo takes place?
No, we're watching them all up to that point, basically. So guys, carry on. I'm pulling up my list. I just wanted to let y'all know that my perspective is changing. Like Phantom Menace is the only one that we've made it through so far. I appreciate it much more than I thought. Still fucking hate Jar Jar Binks. You guys remember when Dennis was on? He brought up the fact that like everything Jar Jar does is like buck based, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything in that movie. Everything, not Jar Jar.
No.
Every single fucking R2-D2 running across. All the droids explode except for him. At the very end, Anakin gets in the ship, autopilots, ends up conveniently falling in the exact hole that they need to blow the shit up to save the day, literally seconds before, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything in the movie. But it is slightly explained because Qui-Gon Jinn's just like, is the Force guiding us? Or he has some throwaway line like that.
Well,
but it just bothers me.
That's the point of that movie, man.
It really is.
To just show how bullshit the Force
How
can be
bullshit
sometimes.
the Force is.
And that's okay.
Aren't that bad.
We needed a movie
Who
like
gives
that.
a shit? It's just something in the blood. What does it matter?
Sandy and I started rewatching it. I'm gonna give him a chance. I just remember every time I tried watching Attack of the Clones, I was just always like
That is the best movie.
Irked.
That is the best movie.
You know,
So Ryan, what is your? Well, we'll save Ryan for last because he's an idiot. Mark, what is your rank?
Fuck off! Wait, it's D-Rock's topic. Why does?
I mean,
You want to go
honestly-
first?
it doesn't matter. Sure.
Let's get okay. D-Rock's first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Mark.
I
Fucking idiot. No one did.
Everyone asked
No
me
one wants
except
your
you. Go
fucking-
fuck yourself.
What's up, D-Rock?
What's up, dude?
Rogue One.
Wait, are we going bottom to top
this
or
is
what?
worst to best.
No, best to worst.
Okay.
Okay, so Rogue One is your favorite.
Dude, I fucking love that movie.
Rogue One is high on mine.
Okay.
It's like Alien Isolation, but in movie form for Star Wars.
Anybody
right?
have an argument for that?
Bro.
Exactly what it is. I haven't seen
Rogue
it.
One
but-
being the best.
Rogue One being the best.
So you have very limited lightsaber action. So it's high on
Bro,
this, but it's not.
That's your own requirement.
Bro, that's a movie I fucking went in thinking I'm like.
I feel like this is what Solo's gonna do.
By the
Because
way,
you
that's
said you're not that
only
hyped for Solo.
requirement for a
It's
good
basically
Star
the
Wars
same
movie.
thing where it's like it going into it. It's like this is kind of a throwaway story. We know how it ends. Blah blah blah.
But do we?
Also, real quick,
Rogue One ends. Yeah.
Wait, hold on,
What if they change Han
real
Solo?
quick, don't spoil anything. I think Sandy's watching right now and she hasn't seen Rogue One
You
yet.
haven't seen Rogue
Me
One.
either. But
So-
let's not spoil how it.
Guess
just
what?
Does
You
with
can't
the-
spoil this movie because if you've seen episode 4, you know what the fuck happened.
What's episode 4? I haven't seen that
Well,
one.
not.
Also, we have to watch how we talk about Last Jedi because it's still relatively fresh.
I haven't seen it.
Anyway.
so
We'll do mostly spoiler free. Mostly.
don't do any spoilers because
Okay.
I haven't seen them.
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One or the Last
That's a
Jedi.
disclaimer, Mark. You can't really vote with Last Jedi because you can't
Or
even.
Rogue
You have
One.
to exclude. You have to
Rogue One.
omit that one.
And Rogue One. I haven't seen.
You only get 8.
What the fuck?
How many times do I have to tell you I don't have time to sit down and watch a movie?
D-Rock, what is your rank?
Alright.
Rogue One is the best. Let's save our best for last. Let's go from worst to best.
From worst to best?
Yeah.
Attack of Clones.
Attack of Clones. No argument.
I have no
If
argument
anyone has a
whatsoever.
problem with that, you can get the fuck out.
I'm leaving.
The fuck out.
I have no argument for you.
Alright. Attack of the Clones. Now the ass end of this of my list because it's the prequels. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's Attack of the Clones, then Phantom Menace, then oh my god, what the fuck's the third one called? Revenge of the Sith. And
Wow,
then-
weird. So the prequels are your least favorites. hands
As of
down.
right now, granted, I haven't rewatched them in fucking
Okay,
years.
gotcha.
Sandy and I are trying to rewatch them, but currently, from what I can
like
remember,
Revenge of the Sith.
I
That
was
a good
not
one.
that big of. But now, see,
No, that's
Revenge of the
fine.
Sith.
I don't remember.
No one will argue with
Yeah.
it. It's fine.
Jedi.
I will argue with it.
Revenge of the
Revenge of the
Sith.
Jedi would have been better had
Now,
they made that.
now this is going to be controversial
No,
here.
that's what it was originally.
This is going to be controversial.
Garrett
Last
said,
Jedi.
I'm sorry. Garrett says Rogue One is the best one. All right.
Garrett said that?
Garrett. No, I'm sorry.
Slow, slow.
I can't read.
Alright,
He used the
alright, so Attack of Clones, Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith, Last Jedi, because I seriously was disappointed with that movie.
Okay.
Oh my god, A New Hope.
Okay.
A New Hope is that low?
Well, I mean, like, compared to, like, the other, I mean, to me that's still,
I can understand it. I mean,
it's a good movie, but compared to the other ones, like, okay, everyone says New Hope and Force Awakens are the same movie. If you want to count that, Force Awakens is much better.
I really don't see that much similarities. Like, I mean, I get it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I get it.
I don't like. You're trying to get into weird territory here for a very. You
Why?
haven't mentioned a specific movie that tends to get on the lower side of these lists.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Hold the shit.
Oh, yeah.
You
Okay,
have no room to talk, you little bitch.
That's true.
And then,
Yeah.
and then Return of the Jedi.
They're all beautiful butterflies.
Okay.
See, that's where I was going. Was how
Return-
high on the list? Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Fucking Ewoks. Like, dude, that was when I was a kid. That was
Return
my
of the Jedi
favorite
is the
fucking
worst.
thing.
But
I wouldn't say the worst. It's
the
like,
giant like vagina belch when
What? Why would you say that
When-
on a
when-
live
when-
stream?
How'd
you ever put
yeah, guys, come on, man, like that just
Was that in the original?
That's called a
Yeah.
Before they edited it? 'Cause I don't
there's
remember.
no way they edited that into the movie that had to be on the original.
Bro, have you watched the re fucking shit that they did on that one? They had a whole fucking musical scene, and fucking Jabba's.
I don't remember any of that.
Bro, dude, it's so fucking bad. Just look it up. Like they got like the actress to come back, like the one that they drop into the pit or whatever,
Yeah.
and then they added this whole new musical scene they reshot for this. It's dude, it's bad.
Anyway,
Anyway.
recap on your list so far because I'm
Okay.
getting lost.
Phantom Menace. I'm gonna fuck. Attack of the Clones. Phantom Menace. Revenge of the Sith. A New Hope. Return. Empire Strikes Back. New Hope. And then Empire Strikes Back. Force Awakens. Oh fuck. Last Jedi. I left that out. My bad.
Okay.
Fuck. Hold on. Last Jedi
Maybe we
was
should have
fourth.
all written these down.
Last Jedi was fourth.
Okay.
Then A New Hope was fifth. Return was sixth. Empire was seventh.
7.
In reverse order.
Yeah. Was seventh. Then Force Awakens, then Rogue One.
Force Awakens is second.
All right.
I really like that fucking movie.
That's fine.
Dude,
Yeah.
I could get down with that list.
Okay, look. Here's me during Force Awakens the whole fucking time.
Yeah. No.
Here's me during Last Jedi.
No, man.
What?
Last Jedi was so good.
Space
I
City,
loved
man.
it. I
Space
loved
City,
it,
man.
The
What was the
CG
point?
in that was terrible.
What was the
too, on
point?
Some shit.
I mean, the CG is terrible in half those movies.
The entire prequel series has got terrible CG.
Bro, not Force Awakens. It's all like 90% of it was practical.
Yeah. I mean, it's,
Like the actual shit. I mean, planets and ships.
I just think the story was so much better in The Last Jedi than Force Awakens, personally.
I mean, okay, I have to rewatch it.
The story, the
But I was-
characters, so much better.
I have
in
to
my
rewatch
opinion. I
it.
mean, it's
There wasn't as much lightsaber as Ryan wanted.
I don't give a shit. I mean, it's like I get that. Like when you're a kid, you're like lightsaber
Dude,
friends, but like
I'm 100% shit talking because I haven't seen that movie.
okay. Anyway, I can get down with that list. Mark.
Okay, so this is kind
Oh,
of
beautiful
hard for me
butterflies.
because I haven't had a Star Wars marathon in probably about 5 years. I haven't watched.
That's
stuff
fairly
I've watched
recent
all
for
of them.
most people.
I mean, I know, but a lot of my friends tend to watch them like every year.
Mm.
He's also a lot younger than we are too, so
Doesn't mean I haven't seen them.
I know. I don't know what that means.
What the
Just
shit?
ignore me. Just ignore me.
Okay.
Starting from worst.
God, starting from worst. It's kind of hard. I mean, I guess I could say Attack of the Clones, but I didn't really hate it as much as most people do.
Okay.
But then again,
Dude,
I can
create
say
an
I can say that about several of them.
You need to create an argument for that, though.
Well,
Why?
Like I said, I don't know, man.
Wasn't that the scene wasn't that the movie where Jar Jar was flipping around accidentally around all the droids?
That's Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
Is that Phantom Menace?
Yeah, that's Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Attack of the Clones
Attack
is when
of the Clones-
Yoda goes apeshit,
And
which
then
is a
there-
great scene.
And
It
then-
is,
and
it's
then-
fantastic.
Aren't they in that pit, the giant Star Wars battle? Jesus, the giant Jedi fight.
The giant Jedi fight.
Yeah, when all the Jedi show up, yeah, that's Attack of the Clones.
Because they were
Yeah.
trying to save Anakin and them from behind.
I
Okay,
think-
okay.
It had some pretty solid scenes in Attack of the Clones.
Mhm.
Like you said, the Yoda fight was fucking, it was hilarious, but it was pretty great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it's more like I was never as overtly critical on any of the movies as most people are. Like I just
I'm like that
enjoyed,
with
I
almost all
enjoyed them
movies,
for
yeah.
what they were. Like I was like, this is Star Wars. Star Wars is cool. Like I can get all these Star Wars games, play them. Knights of the Old Republic's fun. Never played the second one. Heard it was good, but that's a completely different subject. So I was never really too upset by any of them. Though there were a couple of them that I really liked. So yeah, I guess I would throw Attack of the Clones at the bottom. I could probably rank all three prequels about tied. I mean,
Alright.
I just, I like I said, it's been a while since I've watched them, but just going in from the last time I saw them, I'd probably say they're all three. They're decent. I can get down with watching them. I don't mind it. I know a lot of people who refuse to watch them, but as far as that goes, I guess we could do Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, or sorry, yeah, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, A New Hope, in that order. Yeah, I know, right? You're
Wait,
like,
Empire's at the bottom?
No, they're not at the bottom.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. No, like, you gotta understand. You gotta understand. I just said I don't hate any of these movies. We're going in from not like,
we're ranking them right now. You said best to worst.
Yeah, you gotta look at them from my point of view. Is like I said, I don't think any of the prequels are bad. They're just not great. So let's.
I know, but you just said
they're
Empire.
All tied. They're all tied.
They're all tied.
The three prequels.
The original.
The prequels.
The prequels are all tied. 1, 2, and 3.
At the bottom.
And then you said Empire.
That doesn't mean they're
Return.
Bad. You gotta understand. I don't think he's understanding.
I don't understand what he's saying.
What I'm saying?
So the last 3 in his order are the 3 prequels, and then after that, going forward
I'm
to
not
the
saying
best
any
movies.
of these are bad. I'm just saying.
I understand that.
I'm saying
His
as
least
far as
favorite, or the like, if you had to rank them, those would be your least favorite.
Yes.
yeah, the 3 prequels.
But in
would
no
be my least
particular
favorite.
order?
Yeah,
No, that's
those 3
fine,
but going on from there, they're movies that I enjoy. I'm just saying I like certain ones better than others.
I get what you're saying about the prequels.
Then why are you so confused?
Because you literally just said Empire. You said Empire, Return, and then A New Hope.
Yeah.
Like you were ranking them like that.
Yeah.
That's your rank for those?
Yeah.
I'll slap you. That's why I was looking at that. That's why I'm like,
I don't care. Slap me.
no, I won't really. I think you're completely wrong.
You're probably right. I would probably stick The Force Awakens behind A New Hope. So it would probably be
Empire,
Return, Force Awakens,
and
New Hope. Yeah. And then, like I said, I haven't seen.
So New
Rogue
Hope
One.
is first for you.
No, he's still missing 2.
Well, I haven't seen Rogue One or The Last Jedi, but my number 1 is the Star Wars Christmas
I fucking hate it.
special.
I hate this so much.
Starring Chewbacca's family, not Chewbacca.
Include those on there. Was
Chewbacca's
it-
family.
was it
I
family?
mean, if that's the case, I'm gonna start including the Rebel series and Clone Wars series.
All I'm saying.
Those are movies. I'm
all I'm
talking
saying-
about.
Tartakovsky did a fantastic job at that.
All I'm
Just
saying is any movie that stars a bunch of Chewie's family where the baby finds Grandpa Chewie looking at porn is hilarious and it deserves to be number 1. And you can go back and rewatch that because it's in there.
What's your rank?
You sure you don't want to save me from last?
I'll go.
Have y'all seen the Ewok movie?
No,
There's a whole
we're not
lot
talking
of
about
shit,
this.
dude. It's like
We're not talking about it.
I've
God
not
damn
watched
it.
it, but I've seen of it.
Okay. From worst to best. I have to change this because
It's gonna be horrible.
recently watching Phantom Menace, it did jump up. It went up 1 rank. Starting at the bottom, Attack of the Clones. Sorry.
Attack
A single clone.
Where's the original?
That would have been so much more interesting if it was just Attack of the Clone.
Yeah,
I
he
haven't
was
watched
just
that movie
badass.
since it was in theaters, and I don't remember it, and that's why I feel like it's at the bottom because the only thing I remember from that movie is the Yoda fight. That's literally it. I just remember coming out of the movie theater, I was like, I don't understand what just happened. I was young and I like Star Wars, but I walked out being like, what? That Yoda fight was cool. That's all I can remember from it. Next up,
Oh, God.
Return of the Jedi, second to last. I think that movie.
I'm on board with you.
I think that movie's not great.
I didn't hate it that much.
I don't hate it.
Look,
Here's the thing.
I'm sorry, D-Rock, but like all you had to do was make the Ewoks Wookiees, and then this movie is like jumps like
I
4
don't
spots
hate
for
the
me.
Ewoks. It's just a bad movie.
It
Like,
would have been badass with more Wookiees.
It would have been so much more badass if the Ewoks were Wookiees. Like,
But I don't mind the Ewoks.
I
don't mind the
The
Ewoks.
Ewoks were fucking adorable.
Hang on. Let me preface everything with. It's the same thing when you take any list of a specific thing. Something's got to be at the bottom. It doesn't necessarily mean that I hate it or I don't like it.
That was what I was getting.
Though they're the worst out of these movies, doesn't mean that I don't like them. Like, you know what I mean? I will definitely. If you guys were like, dude, let's watch Return of the Jedi, I'd be like, yeah, let's do
But
it.
see, that's
It's one of my favorite franchises, but it's at the bottom because it's my least favorite out of those.
But see, that's also something I want to touch on. Is as I said before, I haven't seen any of these movies in years. So there's
Fix
not
it.
much I remember about. So
Moving
if you
on.
guys want to watch them at some point soon, we can watch all of them. I can re-rank them.
Moving on.
But that's my current rank.
We got Attack of the Clones, Return of the Jedi, then Phantom Menace.
Fantastic.
Phantom Menace, I like it. I don't love it. Okay, Jar Jar Binks needs to go shit. He needs to go
Probably
shit.
does at
all right?
several points.
The whole luck factor and everything.
Wait, so where's Phantom
I wish he had never said that because I can't help but it fucking bothers the shit out of me the whole time. Next up, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, A New Hope, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Empire.
I knew Empire was going to be number one.
Empire's gotta be number one. It's the best. But The Last Jedi is number 2. And most people hate me. Most people hate that.
I mean, I liked it. I thought it was a great movie.
And The Force Awakens. Like, my top 3 is Empire, The Last Jedi, and The Force Awakens. I think the new movies are better than the originals, in my opinion. Like, except for Empire. I mean, I don't know if that could ever be topped, even if it was. Like, it's my biased love towards that movie can't be swayed.
I feel that.
So, Ryan.
I have my opinions on Last Jedi, but I can't because of Mark.
Please don't.
Let's do this.
Space Titty Milk was stupid, though.
Alright.
I've
So,
seen that scene. It was stupid.
dead last because
You mean this?
Yeah, that.
because I hate sand is Attack of the Clones because Hayden Christensen is the zit on the face of the pre-pubertic adolescent child that is the Star Wars franchise at that point. Hayden Christensen could go die. Like that
He was fantastic.
He is awful.
He delivered the lines perfectly
not that
for
bad
what
of an
was written
actor.
on
No,
that script.
he's not that bad anymore. He was terrible in the second movie.
No, he delivered those lines exactly how they were written on the script. Perfectly. Better than what they wanted.
Joker
Because
was
if
good.
he hadn't,
Joker was good.
They wouldn't have been in the movie. They would have reshot those scenes.
If they'd have waited until he had that kind of acting prowess underneath him, then
You know what actor was
much
really
better
bad?
movie.
The little kid Anakin. Fucking
he was
terrible.
great. Are you kidding me? He's awesome. in that
He
movie.
is fucking... Half his dialogue... Woohoo! Yeah! It's so fucking lame. It's
Dude,
so
He's a
fucking lame.
kid. He has the excuse.
Yeah, kids don't
Christensen-
actually act like that.
Yes, they do. Hayden
No, they
Christensen is a
fucking
grown fucking man.
He wasn't at the time of the filming. He was a teenager.
I
Yeah.
feel
He
like
was
when...
not. He's like 18, 19, 20 years old.
I feel
he's
like...
acting as a teenager, but he's
when they
fucking
directed and shot the movie for Phantom Menace, they were like, "This is how kids really act. You got to be really over animated," and that's not how kids are.
He was over animated when he was flying a goddamn spaceship.
He's a terrible. No, the entire time he's like, "Are you an angel?" It's fucking awful. They could have
thought he
found
was great.
a way better child actor.
I thought he was good. I enjoyed
terrible.
it. I would have been perfectly fine with them waiting like 6 or 7 years after Phantom Menace to cast him in the role of Anakin.
Dude, it wouldn't have happened. He got bullied in school.
He got made fun of so much,
He quit school
quit
or some
acting
shit.
forever.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
and for a good reason. He was terrible. I'd have made fun of that little dick.
You guys.
Anyway,
We'll get to that later. Much later. Okay, so
Right now.
after Attack of the Clones is Return of the Jedi. Damn.
sure.
No, I was just putting my phone down. Continue.
That was my second to last. Well, no, not second to last.
You had Phantom before.
Dude.
No. Return. Phantom Menace is
Return of the
third to
Phantom
last.
Jedi.
Oh, okay. Alright, so yeah.
Attack of
So
the Minutes.
Return of the Jedi
Menace, Phantom.
is second to last.
Return of the
Attack
Phantom.
of the Minute.
For multiple reasons, including
Menacing Phantom Clone.
Boba Fett, the Ewoks. Just I could stop there because I'm gonna rant too much if I go any farther past.
Yeah,
Move
stop
on,
ranting.
move on.
Just continue.
After that is. And this goes into Mark's territory, not because I hate the movie, but because it's lower on the list, is Rogue One. I like Rogue One, but like if it's just the last 5 minutes of Rogue One, it's great. it's like I'd probably put those last 5 minutes of Rogue One in my top 3. Because, lightsabers and Darth Vader's a badass, but
That's such a depressing way to put it.
but
Just play Battlefront, man, if that's what you want.
you barely get to use the lightsabers in Battlefront.
Get better and you can use it all you want to. Stop complaining.
Anyway,
Not the second one, just the first game.
then
Just go ahead and burn Ryan.
just go ahead and burn my-
God
This
damn.
is happening. All right.
Who's got?
I mean, to be fair, Rogue One was low on my list, but It's not fucking below Phantom and Revenge of the Sith.
No.
Shut up.
You're an idiot.
I'm not an idiot. Anyway.
You might be.
Alright, so
I won't weigh in on that subject.
after that is Revenge of the Sith. I debated putting Revenge of the Sith much higher on my list because that final lightsaber fight between Obi-Wan and
That is
Anakin
all
like,
you care about.
It's all I care about because they're fucking
The
amazing.
same argument
It's
you made
so
for
great.
Rogue One. 5 minutes of the movie is great.
It's not 5 minutes. It's like the last half hour of the movie.
Yeah, there's more lightsaber time.
Not only that,
so
you
equates to
get the
higher
fight
rank.
between Anakin and Dooku. You get
It's got good fights, sure.
man, it's got the best lightsaber fights. It's got the
Dookie's my favorite Sith Lord.
It's got the Grievous fight. Like, don't get me wrong.
Was that a fight?
I enjoy the
Really a fight?
the story of Star Wars, but it's politics and it gets a little bit boring.
He just likes lightsabers.
The action is what I watch Star Wars
the
for.
prequels.
Just
The prequels were too political. Like that's why
It's all too political.
I like the.
It's all about politics.
Here's the thing about the politics of Star Wars prequels. They have this humongous complex system, and in the scroll of the movie, they talk about fucking taxes. They talk about the Trade Federation. They never explain who the fuck the Trade Federation is. They never explain how the hell these senators and chancellors...
Well, if you read the books,
you would know.
Yeah, you don't have to read a fucking book to understand a movie. They never actually explain any of it, but they have these complex systems. That's the one thing that they had going good for the movie. They just don't explain it in a comprehensive way. It's stupid.
See, that's what.
No,
I
you're stupid.
I felt
You
like
just
the
don't
original,
comprehend
like
how simplistic
They want you to automatically
Just-
understand. The
because
Phantom
it's
Menace
easy to get.
is a movie directed towards kids, and then they're like, no, let's make this complex tax trade federation story. It's like, let's intertwine that and not explain anything so the kids can watch it and enjoy it. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that way the kids
Anyway,
have to go educate themselves
so-
on taxes and trade regulations. Okay.
Just to recap, because that's the bottom 5 was Attack of the Clones, Return of the Jedi, I can't remember now, Rogue One, Revenge of the Sith, and
Oh god, that's so far down.
all right, so that's 4. Number 5 is Empire. And again, I'm going Mark's right here because it's not that I hate the movies or that they're bad movies. They're great movies. They're all good movies. but Empire's good. Then Last Jedi, Force Awakens.
So Force Awakens would be 2,
Force Awakens is
3.
Yes.
Okay.
Force Awakens is 3.
I feel like I'm about to punch Ryan in the face.
Number 2 is A New Hope. And number 1 is the best Star Wars movie, and I will explain why. Phantom Menace. It has the best villain who didn't get proper treatment throughout.
He was in 2 minutes of the movie.
Bullshit. He was in plenty of the movie. Rewatch the movie.
You can say the same thing.
I
about-
just did.
Yeah. Way more than 2 minutes. Count it.
Like,
He
It's
has,
take it
he has
stopwatch.
3 lines, first off. You don't know who
That's
the
just
fuck
it.
he is.
That's just it. There's so much mystery clouding this character that they didn't get to flesh out, didn't do anything with, and
Exactly. That's why it's a bad movie.
but that's why the rest of the movie sucked because they didn't have him in it.
Now I will say this though.
The only awesome thing about him is his fucking double-wielded
Does he
lightsaber.
need anything else?
You can
Yes!
say that. I'm talking about Boba Fett though, because he was barely in the other
Boba
one.
Fett's overrated as dicks.
You could say that about Jango Fett because he was in nothing. He was like
Like, is
10 seconds on screen.
when I say he's the best villain in the series outside of Darth Vader, obviously, because I'm not going to speak blasphemy.
Outside of the Emperor.
Emperor Palpatine's overrated as shit. He's boring.
Darth Maul is overrated as shit.
You're full of shit.
Is he?
You're full of it.
Now,
Yeah.
you see, now y'all entering into weird territory because we're only talking about movies. Our knowledge doesn't really go any further than that. There are
We're ranking the movies, though.
Oh,
We're
I'm
not
just,
ranking...
That's fair.
I'm just saying. Okay,
Look.
okay. He's the best out of the movie. Okay.
You're wrong, though. Kylo Ren's a better villain than Darth Maul.
That's
Yeah.
false. That is
No,
false.
I agree with him with
Kylo
that.
Ren's an angsty preteen.
Maybe Darth Maul is. Who knows? If you don't watch the TV show, you have no fucking clue. Maybe he is. Literally. When's the last time you watched this, Ryan? Because
I recently watched all the prequels.
Darth Maul, literally, he's like, "How can I serve you, Master?" And then he fights, kicks Qui-Gon Jinn's ass, and he gets stabbed in the stomach.
Qui-Gon Jinn. Thank you for segueing.
Qui-Gon
He's number
Jinn is
2.
awesome.
That was another comment I was gonna make. Spoiler alert: he dies. That was sad. He should have been more in the movie.
Darth Maul?
No, Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon Jinn's the main character.
He's
He
the main
should have
character
been
of the
more
movie.
in the movie. Why would they kill him? He could have been like.
He died at the end.
I know. I'm saying he could have been like more to the franchise.
He shouldn't have died in that movie, is what you're saying.
Yes, like he could have been more to the franchise.
See, yeah, I agree with that.
'Cause,
Maybe
like-
have Darth Maul in the trilogy, have that final battle, maybe at the end. It
Yeah,
wouldn't have
because
worked
if they would
with
have
Ben.
stretched out
Technically-
Darth Maul.
Spoilers, Darth Maul didn't die. He came back.
That's fair.
But you don't know that.
You don't know that watching the movie.
I mean, yeah, but we're
He gets
just
like
talking about movies.
sawed in fucking half and falls into a goddamn bottomless pit.
Hey,
How
look,
he
he
alive?
survived it.
Don't matter. They had to ride a convenient way.
Because he had the high ground. That's how he survived it.
Oh man, he had to die to motivate Ben to train Anakin.
that
It's
photo.
fine. He should have just been dead. But is he the
photo-
best villain? No.
The
He's
photo I
fucking-
saw, it was
awesome.
He has an awesome
He has
fight
the coolest
scene.
lightsaber.
He's not a good villain.
Man, he's the best fight scene in the entire franchise.
I disagree with that.
Dude, that
The
music,
best fight
that
scene
music
is
is
Anakin versus Ben.
fantastic, though.
Stop
the
calling
music?
him Ben. You're pissing me off.
That's his name. What do you mean?
Who calls him Ben outside of...
A lot of people
Ben.
in the fucking
Nobody
movies.
calls him... No, stop it.
I'm sorry, Obi-Wan.
Thank you.
In Anakin fight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll side with Ryan. Obi-Wan calling him Ben is just like you're like it's like when people
Sounds
start
like you're
calling-
an elitist.
No, hold on. No,
I'm not.
They basis with it.
It's the equivalent to when people start calling you Derek, and I'm like, no one calls me Derek. No one calls me by my
It doesn't
name.
matter. That's the best fight scene in the series.
It's a good fight. It's the
First
second
off,
best fight scene in the series. Absolutely.
What is up with the doors? Why are they closing? What is the function of these opening and closing fucking red doors? What's the point? What's
That's
the
a great question.
The
That's
only
why I don't have an
purpose
answer.
is to separate them in the fight.
Okay, well, why did that one stormtrooper hit his head while he was on it?
That's what I'm saying. Like these movies,
They just let shit
especially
in like
Phantom
it's
Menace,
like
it's
this.
just everything's just because they needed to do it. They needed to separate them. It's a convenient way. The writing in that movie sucks.
But see, how was it?
Jar Jar is great comic relief. You can look at every single movie, every single Star Wars movie ever, and there's an annoying character, but no, the only one people pick on is Jar Jar.
Because look
Because
at
he's
him.
the worst.
Listen to his voice. That's why people hate him.
You know what character was awesome? The fucking Gungan King or whatever. He was basically Jar Jar, but he was actually funny, and in like 5 minutes, that's enough. If Jar Jar wouldn't have happened, another chance thing, just been running in that specific place just to get pushed over by him and not get killed by a tank, changing the whole fucking movie. If he was in 5 minutes,
Yeah,
of
if
the
he
movie,
would
it
have
would
just
have
been
been fine.
killed by the tank,
There we go, right there.
the whole movie would have been different.
The Gungan King was awesome. Jar Jar, no.
Yeah, they should have stretched Darth
Anyway.
Maul out over that.
We've gone
Oh,
far
that's
too
really-
long on this topic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So D-Rock, I hate the Phantom Menace.
Mhm.
But what's your topic?
What's his topic?
That was my topic.
That was his
Oh.
topic.
I'm sorry.
It's you now, Bob. Wait, or is it you? What was yours?
Ryan, yeah, that's right.
All right.
I got so stuck on Ryan being an ass.
I just can't believe Rogue One is so far on the list. And Phantom
I
Menace
can't
is
believe
so high.
Phantom Menace is higher than everything. That's so absurd.
I can't believe I'm
Like,
the only person who ranked the Star Wars Christmas special.
I hate you. You know what? That's worse than Phantom Menace.
It is not. It is a
It's worse than
fantastic
Attack of
movie,
the
and it
Clones.
is hilarious.
I love Phantom Menace. Watch that movie all day.
Han Solo. Han Solo is
You could,
the Jar
really.
Jar.
It's very long.
Of the story. Oh, good. So, what's your question?
All right.
Terrible
I'm
question.
trying to remember my topic.
Oh God.
We've gotten sidetracked a lot today. Okay, so
usually.
more so today than usual, though, I feel.
That is true.
So my topic today is if you could, it's a two-parter. If you could make any property, anything that you're a fan of, of any medium, and turning it into a TV show, one live action and one animated, what would you choose? And what network would you want it on?
I wouldn't want anything on the CW.
That's fair.
Just the CW just disappears?
Okay,
You mean nothing at all?
Nothing ever on the CW.
Okay.
I mean, I like the CW, but I don't understand.
I have
So
my
wait.
2 answers already.
So wait, we have to make a property, an animated show, and a live action.
Yeah.
Like one property or two different properties?
No. It's two different properties into a live action show and then one into an animated show. So what would you want to see?
I got one.
I want a Batman TV show live action on HBO, and I want a Star Fox anime on Toonami.
Elaborate.
No. Okay, so Star Fox Zero release. Star Fox Zero release, and they had this anime short to promote the game, and it was fucking awesome. The art style, everything about it, really fucking cool. But if they put it on like Toonami, where they can make it like PG-13ish, I don't want like Star Fox cutting somebody and ripping Andross's brain out. Like,
then you're wrong, because that's what needs to happen. They need Star Fox in the style of Samurai Champloo. Feel me?
No.
You feel me?
No.
Just
Anyway,
killing everything.
that short was so amazing, and
It was
I
good.
feel like it could invigorate hype for actual good Star Fox game. Like I want Star Fox to be good again.
I want
because
Star
I
Fox
Did you
128.
say this?
They need
The real.
they need
Not at
to
all.
go back to Fox's dad's story, and that's where it begins. Where it's not about Star
It's gotta be
Fox,
two
it's about Star Fox's dad.
I mean, if you want to make
Have
it
the whole
one, you
series
can do
geared towards that, and
Yeah,
eventually, you know, how
Stardog.
Star Fox's dad fucking dies, and then his son has to pick him. Dude, it
Whoa,
could be really
spoiler alert.
Man, it's in the first 5 seconds of the game.
Spoiler alert.
Now, the Batman TV show, since everyone seems to be completely afraid of doing like an actual Batman TV show, for some fucking reason we get Flash, Green Arrow, fucking Martian Manhunter, and Wonder Woman, or not Wonder Woman.
It's Supergirl, and you get
Supergirl,
Superman
yeah.
on Supergirl, but then
Superman.
where's Batman?
Where the fuck's Batman at?
Where's
scared.
Robin?
And I'm okay with it.
They're
Like, they
scared.
have Gotham. That doesn't count. It doesn't
It
count.
does count. Fuck you.
No,
Fuck you. It doesn't count.
no,
Anyway,
no.
they needed actual like fucking origin. Throw Batman in the middle of it. Like,
No, it's got to have an origin.
have him start with year one. I don't need to see him go off and train and all that shit. His parents die. We don't need that. Just start with year one.
Of his life, he is
No,
born.
God damn it.
We watch him being fed by Alfred. For
I mean,
one
Start
year.
there.
Like,
And
it should
it has
start
to
with
be-
him coming back from training. Like,
That's year one.
Shit, I'd love for it to pick up in the middle of shit. Like he's already.
I don't-
He's already. I'm not talking about like Ben Affleck.
That's what
you
I
know.
was afraid of. Like, I
No,
don't
no.
want it to jump in the middle where it's like Robin's dead and
No, I'm talking
everything
about.
cool has already happened.
I'm talking about like middle ground, as in like Arkham, the Arkham series, where
That's it. Yes.
where you have like,
Arkham
where
Asylum like TV spinoff, dude.
and it doesn't
I'm totally
have,
with you on that.
It
That
doesn't
would be
even have to
awesome.
follow that. It's just that same time frame where
Yeah.
you know all the villains. Okay, you have Nightwing, you have Robin. Damian could fucking show up in there. That could be like a story thing.
man, they could just have a Robin for every season. Like,
No.
like
Every
Dick Grayson could have 2 seasons, and then they move to Jason Todd for 2 seasons, and then they move to Tim Drake for
Every
2 seasons, and
season
then
lasts
Dwayne,
5 years.
Damian Wayne for.
I disagree. I think they need to really slowly build this universe up.
I think they
to
need to
start with year one.
No, they need to
Have
start.
2 or 3 seasons with no Robin. Just he's
3 seasons with no Robin.
we don't need it yet. Like
That's a lie.
Look, what we need is we need to start. The first episode
The
needs to
quicker
be
we get to
him
Nightwing, the better.
putting a bullet in the Joker's head. That's the
God
first
damn it, Mike,
episode.
no. Fuck
Why do you say these
The
things?
second episode, he leaps off of a building,
Shut up.
and that's the
The
last
reason
season
why it needs to
finale.
The reason why it needs to be on HBO is because again, the same thing
The
with
budget.
Star Fox.
Westworld.
The gritty.
Like I don't want it
But
to
with
be
Batman.
CW'd where they have to limit what they put in the show. They need to have Zaz really fucking murdering people, cutting himself.
Why
They
don't-
need a psycho. God damn it, Mark! No.
Why don't they
need-
introduce Bruce Wayne in Westworld?
I hate you. I hate you.
He's rich.
That's
what the movie- that's
CW
the
makes
show's
it
about.
childish. Like I
Well, the
don't.
CW has a flair for the dramatic and the relationship shit, which other networks like
also-
HBO wouldn't do.
Also, HBO takes these crazy risks, like Game of Thrones taking a year off to be fucking great for the last, like, what network would do that? Fucking no one, but HBO's got the money. They've got huge budgets.
That's what
they are
That's
doing.
why I felt like it's gonna be a slam dunk. We're all gonna pick HBO.
They
for our
are
live
doing.
action
They are
shows.
doing 7 episodes for the last season. Who would do that? Fucking no one. Like that's. I want a short season every
with you.
season.
I want 2
But
episode
really
seasons.
knock the fucking thing out of the park.
Each
Like,
episode 3 hours.
there's no chance
just
in
2
hot hell
movies,
that
but
HBO
they
could
don't
acquire
do
the TV rights for Batman. But
Yeah.
if I was like if I had a genie,
What if
And I had to
HBO
wish for
buys
that.
Fox?
it'll never happen. Like it's sad. But
What if
no.
HBO buys Disney?
I hate you.
What you got, Mark?
Yeah, it's a hard one though. It's a hard one
What you
because
got,
All right.
Because I mean,
fucking Bruce Wayne in Westworld.
everything. I mean, think about it though. It's a show about rich people going in this robotic Western environment. He could just be introduced, just like as a little Easter egg.
What's your
into
shows,
that.
Mark?
It's hard because the things that I always wanted as shows have been made. Like I wanted a live action Punisher show for so long,
made,
but
and
it
it's
exists.
fantastic.
Exactly. I still haven't seen it, sadly, because I haven't had the time to watch it. But I hear it's fantastic.
I haven't watched it either.
So good.
Me neither.
I had someone at work telling me that, dude, you need to watch Punisher. I'm like, have you ever watched Daredevil yet? No, but I watched the season with it. I'm like, fuck off.
Dude, Daredevil was good.
Daredevil was amazing.
I loved it.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Anyway, continue, sorry.
Which was also another one I wanted. I was like, Daredevil with a TV show would be great.
It is the
And it
same
is
thing
great.
as the HBO thing. Like if they don't do it, a Netflix Batman show, I'd be okay. with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
that's-
Netflix would do the same thing.
that was
and you
gonna
could
be
watch
my-
all of
I mean,
it.
That was my network.
When I said like who else could do that, Netflix could do that. That is the correct answer there.
Their budget's still limited. It's not as expensive
I
as
think if
because
they had Batman,
I don't know,
like
man.
don't get me wrong, Netflix goes all out with certain things, but like with like special effects and CGI, it's limited. Like with their budget,
Still better than CGI.
like Iron
But-
Fist is got really weak special effects. So does Luke Cage, and so does Jessica Jones.
True, but then those aren't Batman. You would think if
What
they
about
got
Iron
a
Fist?
property like Batman, they would.
Iron
No, I
Fist?
said Iron Fist.
okay.
Yeah, they would put money into Batman.
They would.
They wanted to.
I mean, look
they
at
would want to
Stranger
do it
Things.
right.
Yeah, that's
fucking amazing.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
Stranger
I'm just
Things.
saying, like if you watched Iron Fist, like his hand is supposed to have like an entire flame engulf it, and it's the most infuriating thing when it doesn't.
Here's the thing about like CGI that somebody pointed out to me the other day. It's not necessarily the budget or anything. There's so many different factors. Like who's the artist for it? What's the company that they're?
I'm saying, but
outsourcing?
if you got a big enough budget, you can hire the best artist, and if you
Right,
don't,
but
then
I
you
mean,
can't.
but that's the thing. It's
It's
not
also always
always
available.
It's like who knows? Maybe Marvel's just got that in their pocket. If they had fucking Batman, they'd probably go through a different fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily just one company doing it. Although there is a huge megalo fucking corporation doing it, but
True. But yeah, the Punisher would be my answer because I can't really think of anything else that I would want turned into a TV show.
What about animated?
Animated, honestly, this was a hard one to think about. But if it could be done right, Tron would be a good animated show.
That'd be cool.
I'd be
That
like
would be
an
a
anime
really-
or
if
like
done-
a.
Either or, honestly, because Tron could easily be an extremely action-oriented
That'd
anime.
be awesome. I'd be.
Or even
totally
just
good.
like a WB like Batman style.
Yeah,
kind
well,
of
how
show.
they do it is how they do the modern kind of like
like
newer cartoons where
I've never been that big into. You said Tron, right?
Yeah, Tron.
Yeah, I've never been that big into Tron, so I don't really have a
dude, I
leg to
love
stand
Tron.
on there.
Legacy was good.
Legacy
I
was amazing. I've never seen
I
the
thought it was
original
okay.
Tron, to be
Watch
honest.
the original because Legacy is direct. I mean, they released it at the exact same time as it would have happened in real time from the original Tron. So like it was the
Yeah.
exact same time
that-
later,
Yeah.
and so it fit in and it made a lot of sense. And his dad actually went missing, and that was the whole like first movie was about that,
Huh, okay.
and that's where the sequel comes in.
Check that
But
out.
yeah, spoiler alert if nobody has played
Movie.
Tron the game
That movie is
or
like,
seen the movie, but it's
like
fantastic.
A decade old. So
That
you know.
with like, it wouldn't even have to be an anime. If they did like an animated version, like how DC, like the how
Their stuff basically is
the
like anime.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If it was like an anime art style,
By the way, that Batman Ninja thing, y'all seen that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks really cool.
it does
It's
look
really
really cool.
fucking cool.
Yeah, something like that
Also that
style, but
Spider-Verse?
Tron, like
Dude, Spider-Verse, I'm so fucking
because
so
Tron's
excited.
not just
like
bikes.
Code Lyoko, but Tron.
Yeah, but not 3D, but animated.
Anything
Like cartoon.
except for the CG 3D animated.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
on
I'm
board.
talking about.
Like,
Dude, Code
that's so
Lyoko was my
overdone.
jam.
It's-
Dude, Code
not
Lyoko is
pretty.
just
It
shit.
was
Like
so good.
they have
But,
no idea what we're talking about, probably. But
God,
Nope. What are your
Code
shows?
Lyoko was so good.
My shows.
I've seen like every episode.
I had two, but one of them I'm like, I'd really like. Okay, this isn't my main one, but I was thinking Overwatch would be if they did an animated, like the Doomfist animation. If you
Yeah,
watch that.
I would
Yeah.
bet money that that's going to happen.
that would be cool. I mean,
That'd be
I'd
cool.
be
They
They have comics. They have lore.
Yeah, they already have the comics and everything. They could do an
They-
animated
That game's
series.
still growing. Like, what,
Which
3
is so
years
crazy 'cause
later?
people talk so much fucking
It's
shit
a little
about
over
it.
2.5 years. Dude, that shit's going to have
Yeah.
a movie or a TV show or something.
But like, because there's so much lore to it, I just think that'd be really cool. Now, what I really want, I didn't fart. That was.
What they should do, and being an outsider of this game, they should announce maybe at this E3 like a single player storyline, and on top of that, they're like, guess what? Also, a TV show is going to be on Netflix. They're like, oh fuck!
That would be legit. I mean,
If it had a single player
frequently.
storyline, I would jump on board. But
Yeah.
Just
Well, something else I wanted to throw in there that I forgot to mention was I was going to say another contender for an animated series, not really a live action show because I don't think they could pull it off that well, but would be Bloodborne. Just because like seeing it coming up for free on PSN. If anybody has PlayStation Plus and has not played that, get it for free.
I'm getting it for
But
free.
it would
so crazy.
when you
How
play
is that? Like, dude, they had. What was the other one? God, they have 2 huge games. What is the
What
other
was
one?
it? Dear, it was Bloodborne. And what was the other one that's coming out?
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, Ratchet. and
What the?
Clank. I mean, that game's the same age.
Wait,
It's
what's
like
going on with Ratchet?
Ratchet
PlayStation
and Clank
Plus.
is you get it for free.
2 fucking
Oh, yeah.
ridiculously awesome games
But
for
see,
free.
And I can send you guys a link to it, but they just came out with a Bloodborne comic.
Well, I mean, I want to play the game
And
for
it's fantastic. I mean, it's a similar story. It's following a different hunter than what you play, but play
I've
that
heard
game.
good things about it.
Play that game, and you would understand it would turn into an animated series that would be so fucking good if they pulled it off right. There's not really something you could do wrong to make it bad because it plays like an animated series.
We got way off topic.
Yeah.
But I
What's
mean,
your
we're
TV
on
show?
topic. It's the same
Not
topic.
really, but I mean,
My other thing, if it turned into live, I'd love to see a live action or animated Alien series where it explores other than what we've seen in the movies, like with the comics that I read, like the Alien Defiance was fucking awesome. If I wouldn't have been like so spread out.
Yeah.
What?
No, I was laughing at Sloan.
Oh.
He said it's amazing. Lovecraft, flintlock pistols, hats. Amazing.
Yeah, rifles that shoot 7 bullets at once in a spread.
But
What the fuck is
what
that?
is Defiance?
I feel like Alien Defiance is just a story arc. It was really cool. It lightly crossed over with
On
Alien.
what, comics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It lightly.
I thought you were saying there's a TV show.
Oh no
What
no
the
no! I was saying that there was just like
That'd be sick.
it lightly crossed over with Alien Isolation. Like Amanda Ripley showed up, and I was like,
Wait, so this is your live action one?
I'd like to see it both. This is what I was saying. I had 2,
Oh,
but I would
okay.
like HBO or Netflix to touch it. Granted, I'd prefer HBO because I feel like Netflix would.
I mean, that has to be a rated R.
maybe
I mean,
mess it up a little. I mean, look at Punisher and shit. Though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like
no, I'm saying like it has to be one of those two.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
But I mean, like an animated, because like I feel like they could do a really good animated with it. I mean, you have so much room to do shit. You're not limited to anything, and I feel like they could do it and explore like other parts, like like have different stories. It doesn't have to be about Ripley or because the more I think about Alien Covenant, like the movie series, like it was good. It just wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted more Alien, but it was more like.
more Prometheus.
It was more Prometheus
Yeah.
with like, hey, here's some alien. And I'm like, tease me like that. But I mean, I feel like with the cartoon, they could do it really well. Even a TV show, like follow the Colonial Marines.
I could totally see Alien anime happen. I don't see a TV show.
Bro,
like
that
a
would
live
be
action.
fucking legit. If they would do Disney, you're gonna have Fox soon, hopefully. Let someone do this.
Disney XD.
Also,
Aliens.
Predator would be a good animated show.
That would be. It would be.
I would watch the show.
I would watch
watch
that so hard.
I would-
And then,
I would
like,
hope they would
both
do
of
it
them
in the
with a
80s action style.
crossover.
Dude, I would
Both of them with a crossover.
Well, I mean, they have to do that at some point.
Of course, but imagine how badass that would be.
See, I have this. My obsession with Alien though is just it fucking terrified me as a kid, and it's truly fucking scary, and that's why I love it so much because I like how dark it can be.
Yeah,
I'm cool with like some of the shit being repetitive. I don't fucking care.
and it can just tongue punch a hole right through your head. It's
Yeah.
great.
But that's mine. Would be,
punch you right
would
in the
be
fart
Alien.
box.
Right.
so I was gonna go the Batman route, but in my head I was like,
So I went first.
I was like in my head, Curly's gonna pick that one, so I didn't. I figured I would go with something else. I was gonna say Lord of the Rings, but that's happening. We're getting an HBO Lord of the Rings show, which is gonna be awesome.
I see having a TV show.
Hopefully.
Now, is it a reboot or is it
It's a
set in the same?
reboot. It's a reboot.
Why?
Man. Like, why indeed? Why indeed?
Why not?
Why indeed? I'll
There's
probably
so
try
much
it
that
out.
was left out of those movies.
I'll
so
watch it.
much.
Yeah,
Like,
but why-
like
why
an
are they
entire
doing it
book's worth of information that was left
Is
out of
it
those
gonna?
movies.
Is it
Here's the
gonna
thing. Most of those books, even the main line, were boring to me. Just to me. I know people love it. Just to me, I just didn't find entertainment in it.
I love the idea of Lord of the Rings. I really do. I love the first movie. I get really excited when it starts, and then it starts to drag on. I'm like, oh my god.
Lord of the Rings TV show. Okay, Game of Thrones is already on HBO. Now they're talking about like 18 fucking spin-off shows, which I don't need. I would
Fuck
do,
you,
dude, I would
bullshit.
do one spin-off show. Like, what are y'all thinking? Like,
I'll
it's
take as much as I can
That
get.
is so
If it's
oversaturated.
HBO, I don't care.
I don't have the time in my life to watch 8 different fucking shows.
They're not all going to be on at once.
It's the same thing with Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. It's like, I'm not going to watch that. I don't need to watch the show year-round. Like, I don't need that much. Like, give me one good, focused spin-off show, and I'll be good. But now you're also doing all these 8 shows in Lord of the Rings, which is essentially like I prefer Game of Thrones over Lord of the Rings, but they're kind of the same, like, fantasy type shit. I mean,
can see.
there's dragons, it's like medieval.
Granted, I like Lord of the Rings better. Like, I've only watched the first episode of Game of Thrones, and I know you have to watch more of it, but I was not really a fan. But I don't know. I like.
It's fine.
I'll wait.
fine. What are your actual picks?
My
What is your
actual
actual
pick, and I debated whether I wanted this as live action or animated, but I want an Amory Wars live action TV show on HBO.
I would fucking die over that.
Like,
Or if the fucking movie would have just.
I have a legitimate grudge against Mark Wahlberg at this point because he said he was going to do it, and it hasn't happened yet.
Man, that's Hollywood. That's just, you jump through hoops forever.
Look at Deadpool.
There's somebody behind it. Mark Wahlberg fronted this like, I want this to happen. At least somebody was standing up for it. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I mean, like, look at Deadpool. Look how fucking long it took them to do it. Ryan Reynolds was like, let's do this.
Dude, imagine if Mark Wahlberg got with, whatever movie company and they put out a short and released it just like Deadpool when it blew up. Then we'd finally get it. But that'll never fucking
That'll never happen because Amory Wars isn't as popular as Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly.
But a legit, like, HBO series, Amory Wars live action show.
See, I would almost prefer that to be animated.
No.
Oh, dude, I was about to say.
I was thinking
swear I was about to
animated.
say
It's so sci-fi.
And
Like,
like,
dude.
I don't know. Animated stuff just sounds. I don't know.
Coming from a comic book, it's hard to imagine it live action because we've never seen a live action version of it.
And most things from comic books, it's hard to adapt it.
That budget for that show would have to be through the roof.
Oh my god.
It would have to be insane.
HBO, Netflix team up to bring you Amory Wars.
So,
HBO, Netflix,
speaking
and
of Netflix,
Disney.
Yeah, sponsored by
I'm going
Fox
with
and
Netflix.
Disney.
I think I'm going with Netflix for this one, but it might eventually be on. It would be like a Disney streaming service thing since they're separating. I was gonna say that I was gonna go with a Harry Potter cartoon, like anything set in Hogwarts.
That one needs to be your live action. Like, that would be so much better fitted for that.
That'd be on Netflix.
But that's not my
Yeah.
choice.
Okay.
I want a Kingdom Hearts cartoon.
I knew you were going to say
Episodic.
that. And I thought about that. It could be good, but it could also be complete garbage. That's the only thing. It would go one way or the other.
I just want the games.
Yeah.
I just want the
Release
games.
3.
I just-
Well, that's neither here nor there. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about shows that you'd watch, and I'd watch the fuck out of.
I mean,
Kingdom
I'll
Hearts
watch
TV.
it, sure.
It's
Is
just
that-
like
no?
Sora shows up in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Events,
I'm okay with that.
and then demons come out and scare the children.
But no, it's episodic. I mean, you could spend a few episodes in each different world as they're traveling around in the gummy ship. And then, I mean, there's
Would you
so
really
much.
need that part in the show?
I feel like you just don't need this show.
Why?
I just don't. The story is laid out enough in the games. You know what I'm saying?
What about Alan Wake? That'd be a good show.
Like to make my case with Star Fox.
There's
There's not that much story actually explained.
That's fair.
In the
Which is
game.
why I was going back and
Play
forth
it.
with the Harry Potter thing, because there's 360. I mean, not 365 days, but there's like 200 days in a school year, and they only touch on like 4 or 5
they
days
breeze
out of
through
the year.
seasons. Yeah.
So like a cartoon, you couldn't do a live action show because live action shows are limited to like smaller seasons that have to have a story and an ending, like a beginning and an ending for each season. Whereas if you did a Harry Potter cartoon, you could explore like the first year for a couple seasons or something like that.
I'm trying to imagine the art style. But
Yeah, I can't
It's
do
just
that.
like hardcore.
I just
anime.
picture like really beautiful,
Not
like
anime,
2D hand drawn.
Yeah, I would say like a
background.
Disney XD style, like the Hercules or the Aladdin show kind of.
I'm shooting more for
animation.
like the Castlevania style art style.
Yeah, that's kind of
See,
what I was
that's
thinking.
what-
Like
That's
hard,
closer to
yeah.
anime than I want for
Like
Harry
hard-
Potter.
That's what I
Right.
want out of it. Like,
I feel like that would be the art style to go because Harry Potter's kind of dark.
yeah, it needs to have some like because Castlevania, the backgrounds and stuff look so like dank and dreary and like
Dude, that show was good.
it was. I want more of that. It's very, very short.
They're getting the second season, man.
It was supposed to be a
it's
movie.
coming. Yeah, that didn't happen.
No. That's what I mean. It was the movie.
Yeah.
And like the next one's gonna be 8 episodes, but it's the second 2 movies turned into 8 episodes rather than.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit. It's
Yeah.
fantastic, and I'm ready for it. We need a new Symphony of the Night. We need a new Castlevania game like that.
You just watch regular Castlevania, just turn it upside down and watch it.
We need a new game. That happens in the game. You turn upside down Kerley.
What if they did?
What?
Imagine watching a show.
But
and
it flips upside down?
And then you can watch it upside down and it's still watchable, like something else is actually going on. Just imagine.
Wait, what?
Or you could
Symphony
just watch
of the
it
Night,
online.
you play through like half the game. Well, not half, but you
Like-
play through a giant section of the game,
Yeah,
right?
a good chunk
then
of it.
there's a part where it flips upside down.
And
You
you're
go
in-
back.
yeah.
You're basically playing literally the same game but upside down. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you have to get back
Fascinating.
to Dracula in the castle upside down.
Anyway, Harry Potter.
That's unrelated.
I need that. I need Harry Potter TV show.
I need
animated
Castlevania
or
season
regular.
And see, the thing about it being animated, it's the only way I could get around somebody else playing Harry, Ron, or Hermione.
Animated?
You don't need those characters in the show technically.
That's
But I
true.
want them in the show.
But
I
animated
don't
Van
know
Helsing.
that's a good. I think they need to focus on someone else.
Animated Van Helsing in the style of Castlevania.
I mean, I'll watch
That
it.
would
I'm not
be
that big in the.
great. Van Helsing.
Helsing. What is
Dude,
Warhammer?
you know what? I was actually thinking about that the other day. I'd like to see a decent Van Helsing.
I want to see another animated Hellboy. Because that was fantastic. I
I
don't know
never
if you
saw
guys
the
have
original.
seen it.
No, I mean I've seen the movies, never the.
It's got like that 90s art style kind of
It's got
like The Matrix and Pitch Black.
yeah, kind of.
See, that's what I want the Alien
And
series
it's
to be
so
like.
it's so hardcore though. It's such a good
Mhm.
watch that if you like Hellboy.
I like it. Oh boy, yeah.
I would also like to see, and I think we're going to get this from Mr. Shyamalan. Not Shyamalan. Is it Shyamalan that's doing the Power Rangers? The R-rated Power Rangers cartoon on Netflix?
No, that's the dude that did
haven't seen
Castlevania.
Is it the dude? Okay, so
I forget
that's
his name.
happening. And that's going to be awesome.
Is that for sure happening?
That is, he said that is for sure.
Yeah, he's the dude that did the R-rated live action.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's the same.
Warhammer. Warhammer would make a good
I don't
show.
know what that is.
Isn't that the tabletop game?
It's
Yeah.
a tabletop game. It's
It
It's
has.
expensive.
It
It's
has.
what
Its,
it is.
you don't have to play the game. You can.
basically
They have
orcs
books.
fighting space knights.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Like just.
That's right.
Just
I was actually
go,
gonna say.
go get a Warhammer book and just read through it. It's crazy.
I don't think I'll do that.
It's
I don't
really
think I'm
good.
gonna do
No,
that.
they're really good and they're insane. There's a lot of crazy shit happening.
You know what else is
A lot
insane?
of good space battles. But
Your
We
Wild
haven't
Card
gotten to
chapter?
the question yet.
Aliens.
I
I
don't know.
want to talk about aliens.
are you?
Okay.
Is that your question?
He's talking
My
about
top-
legitimate aliens.
It's my topic. Legit aliens.
This
not
makes me
not
happy.
the franchise.
I figured.
I want to talk about aliens.
Okay.
I believe in it.
Aliens.
First off, yeah, that was what I was going to ask in the first place. Do you guys believe in
Yep.
life
Yep.
beyond Earth?
Okay.
Yep.
So
you think there's extraterrestrial life? A
Let me-
simple yes or no,
I
Mark.
just want to say.
A simple
no. I just want to say.
No.
No.
Ryan,
Yes.
Mark. A simple yes or no?
I just want to.
Do you believe-
Did you see those hieroglyphs in the fucking pyramids with spaceships?
I just want to preface this with: there's no way that aliens don't exist.
Okay.
The answer is yes. Then
Just looking at the fact that we exist and the universe is
I don't want to
infinitely
get there.
expanding.
Yet. I don't want to get there yet.
wanna
Softball.
say-
Yes, everyone here
Softball hard
believes it.
hit. That's my point.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, there has to
Just
be.
catch the ball and shut up.
All right. So my next question is: have you guys
You don't
ever
catch.
seen anything suspicious regarding UFOs, or if you had some weird dreams or some funky shit? Have you?
I've had weird dreams, like as a kid, like I don't know, seeing spaceships. But I like now seeing one. There was something in the sky once that was really fucking weird outside our house when we lived in Long Beach. When we lived over here, when we lived right up the road. Remember,
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck is that in the sky?" It just sat there. It was fucking bright.
Yeah, I've seen some weird things.
And like
Like
throughout
2
my
or
life,
3
I've seen some
times.
crazy shit just sitting in the sky. I'm like, why?
I was actually when I was in band in high school, we went to a semifinal like playoff game, and so we were at an away game. It was Central Mississippi, it was somewhere up there, like maybe Bassfield.
In a place where no one wants to go.
Yeah.
Were you okay? So
Well, I was sitting in the stands. I'm sitting here talking to my buddy, and we're just joking around and stuff because we're not playing at the moment. We're just waiting, you know, waiting for the director to go, hey, play this song. And so I'm saying something to him, and I look up, and it looks like, imagine one of those large military aircraft carriers with like the doors that fly. Yeah. It looked like that. I could not see what it was, but I could see the light coming out of what looked like a door that was open like that. Probably like maybe 3 or 4 miles above us. It was huge, and there was just light coming out of it. And I was like, dude, what is that? And he looks up, he's like, what the hell? And then the door goes, and then it was gone. Just disappeared. And I was like, did you see that? And yeah, that tripped us out, man. Because we were like an hour from home, so the whole ride on the bus, we were just like, what the fuck did we just see? That's crazy. And I've seen a few things like that. Like, where was I? I was driving down the road one night, and there was this thing, and it wasn't moving. You know, you drive past stuff and you can see it moving. Yeah. It was in the same spot for me the entire time I was driving. It was there for like a good minute and a half, and it was just like these 5 red dots, kind of like arcing a little bit, like they were forming a circle, but I could only see like one side of it.
Yeah.
And then they started to move a little bit, like shake back and forth, and then it was just like a little flash, and they were gone. So that's like the 2 experiences I've had with shit just disappearing out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it was.
Right.
To be honest, no.
Okay.
So,
okay. Go ahead.
I don't. While I believe that aliens exist, I don't buy into anyone actually having.
That was my next question. So, I believe that aliens exist, 100%. Like, there's definitely other planets with life on it. I don't know if I believe that people on Earth
in here, yeah,
see them observing. Like, I don't know if I believe the alien.
I don't necessarily think that what I saw were aliens.
Yes,
they were just odd experiences.
I've had experiences where I was like, okay, we watched Paranormal Activity 3 one night, right?
Smart.
I'm driving home, and I'm not dealing with ghosts or paranormal shit.
Dude, I fucking remember you telling me about this.
I swear to God, like, here's the thing. Like, I feel like when you're in a vulnerable state of fear or curiosity or anything, you can physically fuck your brain up into seeing shit. I believe that you can, like, mind over matter type stuff.
Yeah.
And I was super scared the entire drive home, and I'm expecting like this little girl to like I keep picturing in my head that I'm gonna be driving. This little girl ghost is gonna be there. I'm gonna drive through her, and then I keep checking the back seat. And as I check the back seat, I look up, and I swear to God, I saw this fucking triangular looking ship jump behind a cloud, like just move behind a cloud, and there's one cloud in the fucking sky, and I see it just whoop, right behind that cloud, and I was like. I called him and I talked to him the rest of the drive home. I was like, dude, I'm freaked out.
Bro,
I'm gonna get
I
abducted.
completely fucking forgot about this. Wasn't this when I lived upstairs in the treehouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why.
I'm gonna need to context for that later.
Nope.
I don't know why, if I'm freaking out over a little girl ghost, that I would see a fucking spaceship in the sky or whatever. I don't know.
One of 2 things. Could have been real. 2, it could have been a reflection of something that you thought was that.
Dude.
Because that shit happens to me sometimes.
It was so clear because it was a cloudless sky, except for this one fucking cloud, and this thing goes like right behind it. I'm like, I was like, what the shit?
Now,
it knew I was looking at it and it hid? Like, what is that? What the fuck is that?
Now, onto something that you say triangle.
Yeah.
Look into the Phoenix lights.
Phoenix lights.
Like in Phoenix, Arizona, there were some lights that the whole fucking town saw. And the government was just like, oh no, it's military missiles testing. And
I imagine
there were
like things that people see are our government or foreign governments.
There's fucking video of this. They made like a found footage movie about it. Watch it. It's fucking crazy. But when you watch those tapes, like it's like there's no way that this is just missiles.
Yeah.
There's no trail. And everyone across the fucking town saw it. Everyone was like, what the fuck is this?
I had one other experience, and it was when I lived in Slidell. And this one's bizarre because it's obviously a dream.
My cousin.
It's a dream or something, dude. I don't fucking know. But here's the thing: I was asleep one night and having this really fucking tripped out dream where, like, you guys know what like galaxy pictures look like?
Yeah.
Well, like I was having this really fucking dream about like drifting through this like galaxy type spherical weird thing. And then it just jump cuts to me looking out my window in a dream and seeing this like kind of spaceship looking thing just hovering. and then jetting off, leaving this weird fucking red trail of light. Like, just like think Power Rangers when they zoom up and there's like a red trail. I woke up from this dream, legit woke up, like, because afterward I went to the bathroom. I look out the window, that fucking red trail is in the sky. Some weird, dude, getting chills down my spine because it was so fucking bizarre. Because, like, in my dream, I distinctly remember seeing it jet off and there's this big ass red trail. And then I wake up and it's faded slightly, like some time had passed. But there's this just red fucking trail. And then I woke up terrified, went to use the bathroom, and could not sleep. Freaking the fuck out. And that was, but it can't be free, like, I don't fucking know. I can't explain that, but I don't think no aliens are just like, you know, that fucking idiot sleeping. Let's make him have some goofy ass dreams.
There's a lot of things, like, when it comes to that. I feel like there's more to it than we think. There's, like, I don't know. And, like, you gotta talk to Sandy one day about this stuff, because, like, there's a lot of stuff she says that I'm like, I can see it. I feel it. Like, I feel like there's a lot more that goes on.
Like government conspiracy type stuff, or
connection to other things, like, I don't know. Just, you know. But then also government conspiracy shit, you know.
There's some, like, the Roswell stuff.
Like, there's reasons why they don't want us to know, and, like, there's other things, like, you know, I don't know. I can't explain.
That's the thing. I'm caught between, I don't know what I believe as far as that. I mean, I
believe this shit's real. They do come here.
I'm with Mark, where, like, there's no chance in fucking hell that there's not other planets out there.
Mm-hmm.
And who's definitely. I mean, they probably don't look and act like us.
I mean,
we've
discovered planets that, just based off of a lot of scientific shit I'm not going to get into because it'd make a whole nother conversation. But we've discovered several planets that can house the exact life we have here on Earth, that look similar to Earth, that have all the basic concepts.
Didn't they recently
like
find
carbon,
one, I think, with vegetation on it, like, somehow?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we've discovered planets that have vegetation, that have the ability to produce oxygen, hydrogen, they have carbon on them. It's just all the basic things you need to have life, and possibly already have life. Doesn't necessarily mean they're humanoid-like creatures. It could just be plants. It could be, like, just single-celled organisms that are floating around in the water on this planet. But that is an alien. That's not what most people consider an alien.
Right.
But just, if there's a planet out in space that has grass on it, that grass is an alien because it is alive.
Yeah, I mean,
like, any plant would be an alien. Any organism would be an alien. And we've discovered, we had, I can't remember.
Didn't they discover microorganisms on Mars?
They discovered some microorganisms on an asteroid that was floating through space.
Yeah.
I mean, that's aliens in itself.
Yeah. Exactly. Coming from who knows where. They came from somewhere.
Real fast. Sloan said he used to see some weird shit living around Stennis.
Stennis is a space center in Mississippi.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worldwide or...
Then he says, we're just hiding from giant carnivorous
robots. Here's
robots.
the thing. I have this legitimate, not a fear, but...
paranoia.
Maybe? I don't really know what to call it, but I feel like with the idea of aliens in the vast universe, that there are these giant beings just floating through the space, eating planets, like, not even on purpose, but they just crash. Like, how is... Like, I could just imagine Earth's apocalypse, everybody's like, it's gonna be us that kills us, we're gonna be invaded, or all this bullshit, biologic warfare. What if it's just this giant space worm just...
But that's the whole...
And that's it.
How do you know
that's it. Like, it just... And then we're done. Yeah, exactly.
Like, see, that's the whole Lovecraft thing, is that beings like this exist. And
it's like, we don't know. Like,
something too great for
how do we know that there's not this giant fucking space worm that can just
like that,
travel at like 80 billion lights of speed? Like, we don't know. Like, there's no...
I hope it travels slow so we can kind of watch it.
Here it comes.
I mean, we would see it coming for so far.
You've lived your life to the max.
And it looks like not only that, but it looks exactly like the moon from Majora's Mask.
Yes. Oh my god.
Now, what Mark was saying about how, like, there are other things way out there. Now, this comes to another point of mine. Thinking about this kind of shit really bums me out because I want to be around whenever we contact shit. I want to see that fucking news article. It's like my thing with giant squids and giant, like, the shit that lives in the bottom of the ocean. I just want... I'm sick of, like, we found this deep sea creature and it's some fucking microorganism. Fucking cool. It lives down there. I want to see some giant fucking massive thing. We found giant squid. They're dead.
We found the Loch Ness motherfucker.
I want to see some...
Because that doesn't exist.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Okay.
It doesn't exist.
I like
Stop
to
breaking my soul.
I like to
She's
believe,
out there.
Just like Bigfoot.
I like to believe that shit. See that shit right there. Okay, yes, I get it. I'll admit, probably doesn't exist. But I want it. I just want something crazy to happen to me. Like, look what the fuck we found, and it's real. It's like, oh my god, this is crazy. I
think the closest thing we have to that is like 30 years away with the Mars expedition, because that's happening. That's happening probably in our lifetime. Is we're gonna land on Mars.
Up there, I mean, maybe they might go up there and then.
I don't know if they'll land on Mars in our lifetime. That's a long trip.
It's
a long trip. That is far. Look it up.
Now if they go to Mars and they find like fossils,
like fucking
awesome. That would be legit.
We might die within those months.
But now look,
it's like 3 months. I think
it was
it's a
years.
3-month expedition.
Yeah,
now, if they find
That's
fossils,
the moon.
fuck yeah, cool. But I want something living.
The moon's not 3 months.
Dinosaur bones and fossils are like fascinating.
No, I mean, no, it is. Don't get me wrong. Like, if they
internet
find
science
fossils
in
and
your
shit up there,
hand.
cool. But I just want someone to be like, yo, like, I would, like, it's like, did I send y'all that picture of that weird fucking squid thing that was outside the oil rig? Just staring.
Probably.
It was just staring at the fucking camera. Like, dude, when I saw that, I watched it over and over again. I'm like, this is.
Oh, yeah, you said that.
Like, this is fucking nuts. Like, I would watch the same clip over and over. 'Cause I used to spend all my time watching alien videos.
Dude, yeah, I used to watch, like, going to sleep, which is why I think I was impressed to have these weird dreams, because I used to watch, like, the conspiracy documentaries and like, footage of alien spaceships, because it's fascinating.
I didn't have
Super
the internet, so whenever I went over to my cousin's house, that's what I would do.
So if
I would
Mars
just
is
stay
at
up.
its closest point to the Earth, it'd take
I
about
would just
300
fucking
days.
stay, watch ghost shit.
It'd take
too.
about 300
Yeah,
days
dude, yes.
if it's at its
So about a
closest
year.
point. Yeah.
So, Ryan, what do you have to add?
I
If
don't
anything at all.
I don't believe in the government conspiracy thing, from the simple point of what we were about to talk about, of how long it takes to get from somewhere, like the planets that he's talking about that are like have similar structure to Earth and could support life. They're like millions of light years away. Like, even at light
So you don't
speed.
believe in like
Government cover up of aliens that are already here?
not like here, but
Like spaceships that have passed
Yeah.
by in like the atmosphere or something? I don't believe in
I
that. I don't
think
think that's the thing.
I mean, the technology is out of our
it's out of our grasp.
grasp of
but-
knowledge, even.
Like,
But the Earth is flat. It's
but if
all
we're so,
hologram.
if
There's no
we're
way
so
they're
primitive
aliens.
that we don't even have that kind of technology to even get to other planets in our solar system, like
That
and they
they
can
want us
travel
to
at light
know
speed, what the
about.
fuck are they coming here for?
To be
they want us
fair,
to know about.
To be fair,
Now
we
what?
can.
I mean,
If we
know
had the
something?
technology, we would do that. We would try and find
No,
other
yes.
life.
There's nothing you can't keep that a secret. Like, if we're traveling to other planets, you can't keep
No,
that a
look,
secret.
we could travel to other planets.
How many fucking
We have the
satellites are
technology
out
for
in
that.
I mean,
space?
imagine if let's go on a tangent here. Imagine years, fucking millenniums away, if the Earth is still here or whatever, life's still happening. We have the technology to travel unfathomable speeds. I imagine the technology would
Light
also have
speed.
cloaking.
I mean, we're still at light speed. You're still
Light speed to
millions of
us,
years
yeah.
away.
Who knows? Dude, we might have teleportation. Like, I don't
I mean,
fucking know.
the
I'm just saying.
wormhole thing is the closest shot we've got.
Wormhole fucking.
But you have to
Who
send
knows?
somebody in there, and you'll never hear from them again. So how
That's
do we
it.
even know?
I mean, there's no way to know after that. I mean,
They could die or be transported
you
somewhere
open
else.
up a
There's
black
no way to
hole
know.
and destroy the entire planet.
Exactly. There's literally no way to find out.
I don't-
That's what is so fascinating.
Like,
the unknown,
look, we may get
like he's
there at
talking
some
about.
point because I think there was an article I read the other day that they're talking about like opening small black holes like for like short travel distance on Earth. Like they're working on black
they've
hole
been
technology
working-
to like
They've been working on that for a little bit.
that terrifies the shit out of me.
They've got. I think I read they got something like some kind of a teleportation device to work kind of with an apple,
So the cloaking device.
and they were
That's what I'm thinking,
there's
like,
a couple of those.
Imagine,
They're really great.
imagine having a technology where if you look through this ridiculous microscope and you can sense the energy from a star, that you can just and be there. Who
Look,
the fuck knows?
Science is
How
doing
do you
some
know?
incredible shit.
That's
They've
what I'm
got
saying.
nanobots
Like-
that they're putting in people's socks that eat foot odor.
It's like, how do we know?
So,
How do we know that galaxies and galaxies away that another Earth-like planet hasn't been around for 4 millenniums ahead of us? That their science isn't so far advanced that they can fucking be their gods.
Long time ago, the galaxy far, far away.
Like Superman shit. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Now, like
That
how
was-
do you,
It's possible.
See, I like conspiracies because he doesn't believe in conspiracies. How do you not know that they're trying to get us to Mars? Like they're supplying them with that stuff secretly because they know something's going to happen. So they're trying to get all the people that they want off of Earth.
and
to
hence
Mars.
Ryan Reynolds.
Because it's being funded by an independent person. The expedition to Mars is being funded by
How do we know?
SpaceX.
How do
by
we know?
SpaceX.
It's Elon
What if he's an alien?
Well, yeah.
He could. I mean, he is Canadian. It's possible. No, he's South African.
I don't know what like I said, I don't know. I don't know if I buy it because I'm in the same camp as you.
Look, I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I believe there's government conspiracy about a lot of things, but I don't give them enough credit to cover up an entire like.
I do.
To be fair,
There is some
if
crazy
Roswell really happened, it's out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. There's no way anybody would have been able to find it before the government, who is tracking everything that's in the air and space, would have been able to get there and pick it up.
Like, I'm still not certain the original lunar landing was real. Like, they didn't film that shit.
Whoa. Alright, you're getting a little too into the conspiracy.
Like, I'm not saying I fully believe in it.
No, I'm right there with him. So I watched
But,
this shit with that.
but
I'm
man,
just
I've
like,
watched the videos of it, and like, and that makes me an expert.
Exactly.
But they produce some interesting arguments. Like,
Any conspiracy video or anything has some very like interesting.
That's
evidence
how
and things.
conspiracies
Like,
start.
yeah.
Is because somebody goes, well, what about this? And then they're just like, oh, we can do it.
It's like-
but when it's like
We sped up-
overwhelmingly like.
We sped up the
evident,
video and
like-
it looks like normal time. And it's like, well, yeah, that's how
Like, you know,
gravity works.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
nobody's
in
dis-
or- I don't
nobody's
know.
disagreeing
flags
with
don't
that.
wave in space. Like,
Except there are things called solar winds.
Yeah, that's the thing.
mean-
That's literally a thing we know about as human beings that study science. The sun pushes wind off of itself. I'm not getting into that. Thank you for bringing that up, though. That is
Ladies
a
and
fact.
gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the show today.
We
we will be back
show, but
next
was good.
Thursday.
Yes.
Next Thursday again.
Thursday.
We'll be
Probably
back
around this
a
time.
day
We're gonna
or
try and shoot for later on, like we did tonight, rather than do it during the morning hours, so you folks can get home from work or school, and then you can come hang out with us and argue with Ryan about everything and anything.
episode 10. Plug episode.
Episode 10 is coming up very shortly. Bitchin', that's right, Sloan. We are going to probably play a video game with you guys. If you guys have a game you want to see us play, hopefully we want to do something 4-player.
Suggest
And we're-
something we can all do.
Yeah. If you guys want to see anything in particular, shoot us up.
Halo 3.
Let's not do that.
If not, we'll find something.
We would never be friends after that.
Left for Dead.
Interesting stuff.
It's
we got.
only 2
Now,
split screen. though.
we will still be doing the show.
But not on PC.
We're going to
It's
bring
not
up
split screen.
topics, but we're also going to be
Overwatch.
playing games. Overwatch, I don't. Maybe, I don't know.
You have to have
That-
different consoles for
Different
that.
a game that we can play together on one screen without having 4 capture cards and 4 PlayStations or whatever.
Twisted Metal.
No.
Dude.
But we'll see you
Twisted
guys
Metal.
next week. Goodbye. Love you.
Like,